38, Dion Mason next through, Rose Luscombe. That Galantly of 31 is Wayne Sullivan. Brooke Humphries comes through, 73, Saloon Shenandoah. And there's your race leader, Dylan Anderson, 72. White flag is going to be coming out shortly for your race leader. Demon Racing car comes through, 72A is Dylan Anderson. He's got one to go here in the first of the Mid-Canterbury Champs, Midwinter Champs here at Ashburton Speedway. Good battle still going on for second and third. Race leader just taking it easy up the top now. Secure the checkered flag. It comes out 72. 122 Brian Mason has won the battle of those two as 65. Dennis Luscombe comes through in third spot, totally unofficially of course. Demon Racing comes through. I think you'll find the 61 would be the fourth car home. We'll leave the lap scorers to work all that one out. That's the C grade, is the second for today here at Ashburton Speedway. Dummy grid is Productions now, racing for a South Island title here. This is the next step up from the C grades we've just seen. We go into the Productions. They're allowed to do a lot more to their cars. Still have to run it as a production, so they have to run it as it comes off the showroom floor. You can't throw a V8 into a Maury Thau and race in the Productions. So you get something that's quick off the showroom floor and it's quick on the track. We have Vaughan Fairburn, we have Ian Clark, Alfie Racing. 26 Oxford, Tristan Thomas Welsh. 29 Oxford, Brent Leishman. 35 Oxford, Bo Blanken. 68 Dave Phileas. 8 Oxford, Aaron Ryan, and 9C Casey Nees. Dave Phileas here, the ABC car, has won just about everything there is to win. I don't think he leaves Ashburton without a trophy at times, so keep an eye on him. He's the car to get to beat today. If you can beat Dave Phileas, you're going to take the trophy home. And that's the 68. The red and white car, the Academy Signs car, heading down the back straight. Bo Blanken in the 38, he is very entertaining to watch. So the 35, sorry. Keep an eye on that 35, Bo Blanken, one of the rear wheel drives in the track. 21 on the outside now. This is Ian Clark, Alfie Racing. He will get this car to scream. It does about 15,000 revs, and once he shoots across to the pole line, he will be very, very difficult to catch from there. Down the inside is the 17 of Vaughan Fairburn, who will be trying to hold that car out and try and get Alfie to go wide. Be interesting to see. They should have seen that water at turn 1 and 2, between turn 1 and 2. My bet is maybe one or two of them might get pushed down to it and drift up. So look for some action here at the turn 1 as they're going to drift up towards the fence. Pedal goes to the middle. Alfie Racing's away, takes the Fairburn Honda, and they've gone around over the water by the look of it. There's one or two that have drifted up. But look, here's a big battle down the back straight. We see the front wheel drives. Dave Phileas and the Academy Signs cars poke that car right down the inside. The Honda of Fairburn is very, very quick. Very sharp Honda by the look of it. They're getting around turn 1 and 2. Up high, it's very difficult. Turn 2, like we say, you lose some pace if you drift up to there. Ian Clark, Dave Phileas, it's these two again who have battled around Ashburton Speedway. The Academy Signs car, Dave Phileas is doing the chasing, but look at this Fairburn car, the 17. Very, very impressive. Then the 26 goes in, that's the Tristan Thomas Welsh car. Next we've got Bo Blanken, the 35. 8 is your next one through, and that is the Oxford car of Aaron Ryan. Go back to Casey Nees in the 9, 29 Oxford, further back of the field. But watch these front three. You are seeing top quality production racing from these three. Dave Phileas, a multi-New Zealand title winner here at Ashburton Speedway in that Academy Signs car. Ian Clark is going to make him, Ian Clark's going to make him go around the outside. Oh, he shuts the door on Dave Phileas there. They'll have a beer and we'll talk about that later on, I'd say, in the club rooms when the racing's over. They've raced each other. He's not going to let him through. Just keep an eye on these 26 if you want to see some Watch some rear wheel drive racing, 26 and 35. Watch these two as they head into turn 3. Dave Phileas gives Alfie a little bit of a tap and he says, you better have that little tap back, I'll give you a tap for a tap. Rear wheel drive, look at this, round the outside, Bo Blanken. They're throwing them into the bend, a little bit of a slip. Bo's gone up to turn 2. You're going to see a bit of action up the top of those turn 2, those ones that have gone up there to watch it. They know that that's where the wall most commonly gets hit here at Ashburton Speedway. Side by side, Dave Phileas and Ian Clark. Alfie in behind. Fairbairn's going to try and cut underneath in the Honda. Down the back straight. This is as good a production driving as you'll see. Alfie goes in a little bit late. He wants to push Dave Phileas up into the fence. Alfie's done a good job there. He's got the lead back. He's down on the pole. Dave Phileas closes the gap. It's a quick car, the Academy Signs car. Down the back straight they go. And look at the Fairbairn car. 17, Vaughan Fairbairn. He's tucking that Honda right in behind them very late on the brakes. Holding on. 3 of them come out. 2 wide. Alfie down the front. Dave Phileas. Vaughan Fairbairn. These are 3 lead cars. White flag about to come out next time round by the look of it. Now they've got a tail end to contend. Down the back, Ian Clark. Dave Phileas, just look at the gap close under brakes. Ian Clark a lot of understeer. That's going to cost him speed. He shuts the gate again. Dave Phileas, Vaughan Fairbairn, going to have to go around the outside. Here's a tail end, the last lap. Let's have a look what's going to happen down the back straight. Oh, he's got a great run out of turn 2 as Dave Phileas. Where are they going to go? Tail ender in front of them, Ian Clark, he anchors on the brake. He's going to take the short way round. He's going to go through and, I don't know. I'm right in line. Dave Phileas, Ian Clark, and Vaughan Fairbairn. As good a production as you can see. Rear wheel drive's doing a bit further back on the track, folks. You've been treated. Productions have been awesome here at Ashburton Speedway for a number of seasons. What about the Honda store car there, Vaughan Fairbairn? Man, great racing. Dave Phileas is heading around. Give him a hand, folks. That was sensational driving. Like we say, he's won a few New Zealand titles. As we get the productions off the track, Dave Phileas in the Honda looks to have taken it out here today at Ashburton Speedway, looking for the checkered flag. I don't know if we're going to run the checkered flag today or not. We want to get through this racing. Huge prize giving day down here at Ashburton Speedway as well. That's the first of the productions. Dave Phileas. Looks like they got the camera out. Dave Phileas in the 68, the Academy Signs car, gets credited with the win. Ian Clark would be second. Vaughan Fairbairn in the Honda. Honda's first and a third there. Alright, what have we got next is the Youth Mini Stocks Development Class. So these are just your standard mini stock, folks. They run youth mini stocks. You can run it in the adults as well. Some of these cars we will see back out. In fact, there's the 24N that we saw flying around the track winning the first race back out. Some of the others are back out as well. It's got so popular, this youth mini stock class, that we run two groups now, the experienced drivers and the development class. So this is where they start in the development class. Noah Wood, 11A, 18A, Summer Foster, 233, Aiden Ray. 24N is Ali Gear, 26A, Mason Barron, 42C, Braden Williamson. 57C is Theo Vanderen, 55N is Kayla Musgrove, and 68 is Keldon Jackson. As the youth mini stocks head around a development class, this one, 9 starters in the group. Noah Wood in the number 1 marble. as we say, youth these cars, they run all grades. If you're interested in speedway, folks, and getting into it, this is a good class to look at. Not too expensive to run these things, and you can run potentially 3 classes, 3 races a meeting, youth mini stocks, adults, and the youth. So youth production 26 has put the pedal to the metal, no mucking around for Mason Barron down the back straight. Noah Wood takes that second spot. 55 is your next one through. There's Kayla Musgrove. Coming from the back, we see the 42 car making some passes, Braden Williamson, and a nice turnaround 3 and 4 for Braden as the rest of the field find their ways. Some of them have trouble seeing over the steering wheel. They're very young, some of these drivers. 26A has got this under control by the look of it. That Mason Barron pedal to the metal right from the start. Running through the field, the 42 is going to be a car to keep an eye on. Braden Williamson just worked into third, working his way into third spot, down past the front straight, passing the 55. Then we got the 68 and the 57, 2, 3, 3 and 24A, the lift and shift, the Nelson car. 18 bringing up the rear of the field. Pointy end of the field though, let's have a look. Looks like the 26 car. Mason Barron just getting caught there by Noah Wood. Seen Noah go around this track a few times, knows it pretty well, and they know to stay. They're picking very good lines around turn 1 and 2. That puddle has dried out a little bit now, not as threatening as it was. Noah Wood just looking to find a way down the inside here as they come past the start-finish line. A good little battle developing out the front here. Doing the chasing, the 42, I think is going to close a bit of ground up. Braden Williamson. And then there's the chase coming through from the 55, has found some pace. That's Kayla Musgrove, 68, 57, 24 in the next 2 through. Few through, 2, 3, 3 and 18. Race leader comes past. Noah Woods poked through there now and takes the lead. In the youth development class here, Ashburton Speedway, going to have to try and keep this car together as they head down the back straight. Looks like it's got pretty good pace, the 11. Starting to look at a couple of tail enders now as they come past the start-finish line. 11A, Noah Wood has the lead. 26 is Mason Barron. Doing the chasing, still trying to close up the gap a little bit, is the 42. Drifts up towards that fence again at turn 2. 57 drifts up there, but does a nice little job of saving it. That's Theo Vanderen, getting more experience as Theo. Now they're catching up to a couple of tail enders as they get past the start-finish line. Noah Wood clears out a little bit from the 26 car of Mason Barron. 42 still doing the chasing, working through 1 or 2 of the tail enders. 68A is sitting down the inside of the track. I don't think they'll stop the racing. That car's in a reasonably safe spot down there. White flag will be coming out by the look of it. The race leader, Noah Wood, is down on the back straight. Coming around by the look of the white flag here. In the youth development class too, Noah Wood, 1 quarter mile to go. 4 bends for Noah. 26 is a Mason Barron. 42 has done the catch-up job. That's Braden Williamson. Going to have a look at going around the top of turn 3 by the look of it. Goes in high. Braden Williamson, very high up into the soft stuff, but we'll get a big run out of there from up there down past the start-finish line. Looks like we're going to have to get the camera out again. Went high, but got a very early run out of turn 4, and that turns into speed. And that's the first of the development. Noah Woods, we will give that win to Noah Woods, 26. The second spot will go to 42, they gave the second place to the 42 car with that big run off turn 4. Got that early pace going and made the passing move. Come from a wee way back to 42. There we go, youth development, that is done. And now we have a bit from Bash. This is the street stocks. 18A, Greg Williams. 21A is Therese Ringihuna. 23Y, Johnny Skilling. 31 is Simon Blander. This will be the station wagon. 31V, he will be. 313A, Grant Whitley. 615, Serena Menzies. 63A, Mark McKevity. 886A, Nigel Ridden. 887A, Rob Narby. 889A, Jeffrey Wood. 89 GM, the Greymouth car of Nicholas Petch. 93C is Jackson Hill. 99 Oxford is Brent Williams. There we go. 14, standing start for the street stocks. As we say, ex-New Zealand title holder in here. Been at the pointy end of a lot of the championships. Had, I think, a couple of thirds, a couple of seconds, a few fourths. And to do that in street stocks is pretty special, because you need a lot of skill and a little bit more than a little bit of luck. So keep an eye on the 31. He's going to go out there. This is our track manager, Simon Bland, today. Awarded the Tony Newman, Ashburton version of the Tony Newman Trophy. Works very hard on race day. All right, just looking to get them in order. Simon will have the counter out. Here comes the outside 21 by the look of it, starting on the outside. Therese Ringanui. Simon Bland pulls in between. Behind that 615 is Serena Menzies. Pitbull Racing in behind the two Pitbull Racing cars, and inside, down the inside, Pitbull Racing. The 93 will be another one to watch. Jackson Hill from the back. Here we go. Pedal goes to the middle. Touch and spin class. Look for a little bit of action here. Simon Bland, he's up to his old tricks already. He's just put his foot on the brake and he's let the rest of the field get away from him. Now the pedal hits the metal and he's away. We've got to spin up over the other side already. Now one of the Pitbull cars has gone round as well. Standing on the front straight here, we have a stationary car, so we will have no movement on this car. Caution will come out. Here we go, red light. The Repco car has not gone away, the 93 car of Jackson Hill sitting. So we've only got two facing the wrong way, one down on the infield. This is street stocks. You never really know where to look. Keep your eyes out, folk. Rescue crew are getting down there just to see what the story is. Could be a flat battery has got stalled or something. We'll give it a bit of a push. There we go. There's the signal for a bit of a push. So the rule is here, folks, once the light comes on, you stop as soon as you can safely. That's where the brake fade comes into it. Some of them have a little bit of trouble stopping. Try and pass a couple of cars while they're stopping, but we'll get this sorted out. And when the light goes off, they're back into it. Into the infield, unfortunately for the Repco Easy Flow Drainage and Earthworks car, the 93 of Jackson Hill, something's gone amiss there. Rescue crew are just heading around the top to see what's going on. Our lap scorers are already looking confused. Race leader. Who knows? Let's have a look. So race leader there is the 18, the black 18 car on the back straight there. That's the Greg Williams car, made the most of the start off the front. 89 is Nicholas Petch. Simon Bland, the 31 Aussie Spears car. The V now, the V on Simon's car stands for Wanganui. Has been registered to the Wanganui track for a number of years and is very well looked after by them up there. The Y on the 23 by the rescue car that's just going to get a bit of a push is a Greymouth car. A would be Ashburton registered cars. C, Christchurch. What else have we got? OX for Oxford. Oxford's another good track, folks. If ever you see them racing, they're on the north side of the Waimakariri River up there, the Oxford track. Some very, very good tracks around here. Ellesmere, out Southbridge Way, Ellesmere Way is another very good track. If you see some speedway happening out there, head out to Ellesmere. Another push here for the 313A car by the look of it. Just going around to check these drivers, make sure that everything's okay, that they're all running. When this light turns green, the mayhem will start again straight away. Let's have a look if this car is going to start. Looks like it's been pushed to the infield now. Unfortunately, they'll get those cars going again. They'll be back out next time. Ready to go for the street stocks. Race leader 18. Second is the 89. Third would be the Simon Bland car by the look of it down the back straight there. Throwing that car around turn 3 and 4. Race leaders out the front. They'll be after each other. Past the start finish line. Race leader goes into turn 1. Oh, a lot of understeer, getting up into a little bit of soft stuff up there and down past the start. So the idea is a bit of a touch and spin. Might be able to tap this car and try and spin it at turn 2 if it can get close enough. They'll have the pedal to the metal because they'll know somewhere behind them Simon Bland's chasing them down in the Aussie Spears car. We go back to 615, 63. 889 and the rest come through. Here's your race leaders past the start finish line. Tries to give him another little nap there, but he can't quite catch the back bumper. That's what they're after. They're trying to get the back bumper and spin them around. Now they've got Simon Bland number time. Just keep an eye on Simon here. He will have a crack at nailing one or two of these, I would think, as he comes round. He's got his car into second spot. And he's after the race leader now. He's going to have a crack. Look at that. That's the hit from Simon. 360 degrees that car. He just didn't spin him the wrong way. Here comes now your new race leaders, the 18A. Watch this there on the back straight. He gives a little bit of a tap to unsettle him. Can't push him into the top fence. He can only tap him. Now he's going to line him up. He's sitting down on the inside. He's got his eye on that bumper. There he goes. Another 360, and the pedal goes into the middle. Simon's after another one. Probably the race leader at the moment, but he won't be counting. He's just trying to find. He's got two Pitbull racing cars in front of him now, and he's got to try and catch them down. Your second and third cars are heading into turn 3. Still 89 and 15 as far as I can tell, due to the fact here comes a little bit of a tap. They're going to have a go at each other again down here as they go into turn 1 and 2. Simon Bland's got these cars lined up down the back straight now. Here's the first one. We'll just give that a little bit of a flick, and catches it on the way through as well as he tries to clear the car. And that's some of the skill, trying to spin these cars around and carry on as if you've done it by accident or it hasn't really affected you. Up high into turn 2, down the back straight goes the 889, another Pitbull car. So on the line up, there he goes. He just gives that a little bit of a turn around, and there's another 360. Lost count, could be 4 or 5 by now as they come past and into the infield. A lot of them are heading. White flag comes out for Simon Bland, our track manager here at Ashburton Speedway. Down the back straight he goes. Obviously a very quick car. He's done this countless times, has Simon. And there we go. Chicken flag for Simon Bland. That's how it's done. He'll be getting out of that car. What? 63 doesn't realise the racing is over. Gives Simon, a bit of a tap. I don't know that that was such a good idea. Let's have a look when the street stocks come out again. All right, there we go, folks. Great entertainment. A full field of street stocks, a good field of street stocks. Entertainment plus from them. All right, what do we got next? Youth mini stocks, the main group. 10C, Jackson Hutos. 112 is Paige McNally. 11A is Alicia Wood. 131 is Mason Bland, the son of Simon we've just had entertaining us out there. 132A is Hunter Elliott Cross. 15, Connor Turner. 26C, Oliver McCartney. 27 is Lucy Elliott. 28N is Lehia Jeffcoat. 31 is Zoe Bland, the daughter of Simon. Zoe's not got a lot of experience, but she's going to be a very good racer, one would think. 41 is Andre Musgrove. 58, sorry, Elsie Vanderen. 59, Marcel Vanderen. 5C is Isaac Chapman. 72 is Emily Woods. 79, Jacob Skur. 7C, Tony Lee Best. And 8N, the Nelson car of Cody Hogarth. There we go, youth mini stocks. Mid-winter chaps. Hope you're enjoying yourselves, folks. Just don't forget, down the far end, we have the Lions here today. The great work they do around the community. You can shoot down and get yourself something to eat or drink from them. They've got a range of everything. Couple of things that you probably your cardiac surgeon wouldn't be recommending, but hey, it's June, isn't it? It's the middle of winter. Grab yourself something hot. There's also the coffee shop down there. There's an ice cream, and that's where the toilets, etc., are, and our club rooms at the end of the track. Turn 4. Hope you, sir, like we say, folks, hope you're enjoying yourself. What you can do, and we know this works, I know this works, I've driven, really get behind these drivers. We're not running the checkered flag today, but if you get a chance to toot or cheer or wave or anything, then the drivers really appreciate that happening. They pumps them up. They talk about it in the club rooms afterwards, like they'll go, geez, the crowd were really into us today. What a good crowd. They were really into us. I could see them. So get into them, folks. They will support you with some great driving if you let them know you're enjoying it. All right. We got a heap of youth mini stocks on the grid. Get the last of the street stocks from the infield. Here we go. Straight on the track. The racing is pretty much constant here with this double gate, especially in the dummy grid setup we can just keep the cars pumping, get through this meeting. 7 looks to be the lead car, Tony Lee Best. Tony Lee can get moving on the day. 71 is your next one through. All right, there we go. Look at this lineup here of the youth mini stocks, the future of Speedway. 7C, Tony Lee Best up the top there, controlling the pace is the 7 car of Tony Lee in the number 2 Marble. Down the inside, the Nelson Visitor. Great lineup of youth mini stocks. Pedal goes to the middle as the flag is dropped. Spinning out the front, looks like Tony Lee Best has made the right moves from that outside as they go through youth mini stocks. These are all young drivers, remember folks, as they spin out of turn 1 and 2 and head down the back straight 2 or 3 or 4 wide. They don't really care. Youth enthusiasm getting into it here as they come out. They've completed a lap and under pretty tough circumstances as they go into turn 1 again, 2, 3 wide. The youth drivers as they split their way through there. Let's have a look. 79 starting to show up now. That's the Japert Skur car. 59 is through there and Marcel Venderin. Now he gets a little bit tap as the 41 pushes down through the inside. Might have a visit from the referee earlier on. They come past 3 wide in places. There's the 10C car through there, the Jackson Hutos car that we saw earlier on in the adult mini stocks as they split down the... Look at them tied together down the back street. We've got 1 or 2 that have set themselves apart, but the rest of them are tied together. Let's have a look as they come past here. Great run. 79, 41 Nelson, 7, 59, 71, 8, 10, 26, 15, 5. Then we've got the 131, who today is the Mason Bland car, back to Zoe, and then we got 58, 27, Noah Wood. The Wood car is at the rear of the field, past the start-finish line again. The lift and shift Nelson 41 is doing the chasing, trying to close this gap on Osdro Moscow. Those two have cleared out a little bit. Tony Lee Best has held that 3rd spot. 59 Marcel Vanderin's giving a little bit of a cheek, and 71 is the next one poking through as they're looking for a way through the 10 car down the inside. Still tied together, a lot of these cars as they go in now. The 2nd and 3rd and 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th going around turn 1 and 2. Out the front we have the 79 car now by the look of it leading. 41 is spitting out and down the inside and may be able to make a passing move. Does the gate get shit? Look at this battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th as they go through. There's the gap back to 5, gap back to 132, 28, 112 and 131. $79, 41 still, 59 has poked out from in the gap now as they go 10, 71 as they come down the back straight. These youth mini stocks, folks, remember this is youth mini stocks. Come down the front straight, pedal to the middle. The track is beautiful when they've got these cars tuned in by the look of it. They're only on road tyres too, remember, no special racing tyres on these cars as they just pick up the first of the tail enders, get a little bit loose through there. They're going to come past the start of the line and 59 pokes the nose down the inside. That's Marcel Venderin's worked very hard to get into that 2nd spot. There's the 10 car showing up there. It's the Jack Hutos car, already run one race here today. 41.79, the checkered flag is about to come up. We're going to go 41, 79, 59, 10, 15, 26, 71. Great work here from the mini drivers, the young youth mini stock. No cautions. They will be brought around and whizzed off the track here. Great little 41.79 as the left scorers get that sorted out. All right, water truck comes out. Simon Land, we got the saloons. We have got, no wonder the commentary box is rattling. We got some big motors with some big tyres about to hit the track. Simon's going to go out and put a water on them. They will suck the life out of the track, those big tyres. So we just got to get a bit of water. Bear with us, folks. We'll get a bit of water out there. We got Willie Woodhouse, Phil Burgess, Blair Lee, Craig Labley, Scott Woodhouse and Tony Mudford. Wow. Mid-winter champs for these saloons. Race 7 of the round. There's 8 races in the round, so just the stock cars to go to complete round 1. Get you a bit of race, a bit of music while we still out. We get the Raiders irrigation. In fact, what you should mention, note, there's some more sponsors. We've got heaps to mention too. Wade Waste. Now, Wade Waste has taken over from Charlie Tomlin, looking after our waste requirements here at Ashburton Speedway. Big thank you for them for picking up that sponsorship once they bought the business off Charlie. So Wade Waste are on board with us immediately, and we're loving the job they are doing for us. Ashburton Powder Coating, like to mention Ashburton Powder Coating, they have just done a board for us behind the Raw Wolf container, a board that we put on some information for the drivers and pit crews, and Ashburton Powder Coating have done a great job for us, and I believe the man himself is working in the Lions caravan today, so big ups to Ashburton Powder Coating and the Lions for the help they're giving here at Ashburton Speedway today. Well, feast your eyes on these cars out. This is the state of the art. Some of these, the 117 car is Willie Woodhouse. These guys eat, breathe and live Speedway, and he is a very, very good driver. Outside that, the 15T is Phil Burgess, a regular visit here at Ashburton Speedway. He's a Cromwell car. Cromwell, another great track too, by the way, folks. Very good meeting, big meeting down there at New Year, a couple of meetings. If you're down that way, get out to that Cromwell track. The 17C is a Blair Lee. Look at the way that car's sitting. 8C is a Tony Munford. 7C is Scott Woodhouse, another one of the Woodhouse cars. Old school racing there. The 45 is Craig Lavery. You can see what they're doing if you look. This is experience. Those outside cars, they know that there's a good chance they're going to use that top of the track at the early part of the race, so they're getting up there and they're wheel packing it down. Caution lights are still on. The Rainers irrigation truck, Simon Bolan, is parked up. They're going to give him one more. Phil Burgess on the outside. This is going to be the start of all starts. Kiwi Auto Spares sponsorship down on the stealth car, the 17, that Blair Lee car. You see that more than once on cars today, the Aussie Auto Spares. Have a look at the sponsors. This is big. The 117 is a beautiful car, the 2 off the front, and then 7 at the back. The car of Scott Woodhouse, keep an eye on that as well. Here we go, folks. Saloons here at Ashburton Speedway. Pedal goes to the middle. The V8s are down past the start-finish line. They're going to go into turn 1 side by side. Oh, they're throwing it early. And Phil Burgess in the 15, he has come out. Look at that car fly down the back. They're all into it. Down they go into turn 1. A little bit hard into turn 3. Sorry, as they come out. Phil Burgess comes out. Scott Woodhouse is the next one through. Willie Woodhouse in the second spot. Then we got the 17 of Blair Lee. Just getting to see, there's the other Woodhouse car now. That is Scott Woodhouse has come from the back of the field. Craig Lavery and Tony Munford bring up the rear. Here comes Phil Burgess flying past the starting finish line. Throws a little bit higher. They're going to go a little bit higher around turn 1 and 2. They've got to come out of turn 2 low. Just a little bit slippery down there as they lose a bit of grip down the back straight. Let's look at the pace. Throwing up the dust here. Phil Burgess, oh, he's gone round. Don't see that. That's Willie Woodhouse. He's popped himself down onto the inside of the track, 117. Phil Burgess down the back of the straight as they head. Look at the 17C car. Look how it's leaning over. It's putting so much pressure on that drive tyre, the outside tyre, digging it into the track. 7 sees your next Woodhouse car as it comes through, and that's Scott Woodhouse. Phil Burgess down the back. Look how this car is absolutely flying today, the Cromwell car. Blair Lee in a good second. There's the Woodhouse, the 17. Look at the back of the field, and we're looking to 117. Willie Woodhouse, is he going to make up a bit of ground after losing it at turn 3? Down the back straight, look at the pace, Phil Burgess. The car is bouncing on this track, just trying, as the setup of the cars, just really trying to push these tyres into the track. Goes down the back straight, past the start-finish line, into turn 1, Phil Burgess. Low out of turn 2, he's just so much experience. Here comes the Woodhouse car, he's caught a couple of the tail enders. He's got Craig Lavery lined up. Now let's have a look down the back straight race. Phil Burgess past the start-finish line. They're throwing it early into turn 1. They've got a lot of confidence in this track and these big saloon cars. Down the back straight, plenty of pace going on. Woodhouse is going to try and go around the outside of Craig Lavery. Craig Lavery's holding on to him pretty well. Let's have a look. He gives him a little bit of a tap out of my way, and he's through. He's back into that 4th spot after the spin, but the real action's out the front here. Phil Burgess from Cromwell, been to Ashburton a lot as Phil, great supporter of the club, past the start-finish line. White flag, 2 bends to go, right on his tail, don't make a mistake. Blair Lee's looking for you as they go down past into turn 3, takes a little bit conservative. Blair Lee's going to have a look down the inside, there's not enough room. Burgess, Blair Lee takes it out, what a great, there's the Woodhouse that's going to, Scott Woodhouse is going to take that 3rd spot. Willie Woodhouse is going to take the 4th spot after the spin. Craig Lavery, Tony Mudford takes it through, there we go folks. Saloon cars. We'll get a bit of time, give them a clap folks, give them all a clap, that's a great display. Phil Burgess and Blair Lee, what a great run there from the saloon car drivers. That's a class field, class driving. Phil Burgess, like we say, great supporter of Ashburton Speedway. Now you can see what he's doing there, Phil. What these cars are going up around the outside of the track for us now. They're doing a bit of what we call wheel packing for us. So they're just going to pack that clay down that's a little bit higher on the track and try and create racing lines up there. Those big tyres they have. Bit of a chance to explain for those who may not be so familiar. Let's have a look at these cars, what makes them work. Have a look at that car down the back straight. Take a look at the right hand rear tyre. It will be bigger and wider than the inside tyre, and that is one of the reasons they can get them to turn left at the end of the straight. That tyre takes over, and of course it pushes that car around, for the want of a better term. So this is one of the things they will do. You can see it sticking out, and this is one of the tricks of the trade with these cars. What they're doing, they make that right hand tyre bigger and wider, and that helps them turn left at the end of the straight. There's lots going on in these cars. Not to say that the left-hand rear tyre has a very important job as well, because when they come out they want to straighten up, and to help them straighten up they have to get that left-hand tyre to start doing some work, and that is a very difficult thing to do. We might be able to talk a little bit more about what makes a Speedway car tick. These are great cars to explain it with, because it's so visual. Alright, if you aren't already holding on to something reasonably steady, you better grab something, because we have the stock cars out next. Our wall's not the strongest here at Ashburton Speedway, so we do ask them to keep off the wall, so you won't see some of the shenanigans that they can get away with at other tracks, pushing cars up onto the fence and around. But we haven't asked them not to hit each other. That would be a bit of a waste of time. So let's see how the stock goes. Who have we got? Number 11 is Tama Pierce, 12 is Dan Hardy, 16C is Cole Sodden, 24C Cullen Beards, 252 Brady Wilson, 27 is Mike Rush, 29 is Jaden Gerard, 56 is Jordan Book, 7 is Dylan Robb, and 97 is Kieran Leonard Graham. This is a standing start. 10 stock cars here at Ashburton Speedway today. Again, I hope you're enjoying your day. Contact class 21T looks to be the McNally 21T. Guess what? I haven't got that on my list. It's a McNally car, 12 Oxford Dan Hardy on the outside. Cromwell car off the front. McNally can't pick who will be in that one. 24, the Defensor New Zealand car is Cullen Baird's. 27 in behind that, this is the outside row, is Mark Rush, will be worth a look. 2056 is Jordan Bolt. Jordan's been running mini stock, so let's see the step up here for Jordan Bolt. Pedal goes off to the middle. We got the 21 car sitting on the start finish line. This is the so he comes round and just gives him a tap. He said, "You're going to sit there, we're going to have a go at you," even though we've both got T's on our car. So keep an eye out for these two at the back of the field. There they go, they're having another go at each other. I think they've had an argument over the breakfast table by the look of it. The first of your race, now your race leaders come round, they're a little bit cagey. They're not quite too sure what's going on. The 56 has got a little bit of a motor issue. These two T cars are still playing it with each other over the back there. All right, let's have a look. They're getting themselves sped out a bit. The Fence's car's coming through. Now he's going down the back straight backwards. He's just going to try and flick off the track in the tank car, and they're going to set off and do a bit of racing now by the look of it. 97 just sitting up on the fence here. Looks like it might be waiting for a bit of action. Let's see if we can find out a race leader. 24-12. 24 is your race leader. Just looks like it's going to get a little bit of a tap at the top at the straight. He's going to have another go at him here by the look of it. Comes around the outside. Not allowed to get in behind him and push him straight into the fence, so he has to back off. So you'd have another look. Going to go down the inside in the 7T car. It's got some pace, that little tank. He's just overtaken the race leader, but because he's so slow off the line, he's probably just unlapped himself between he saw it still comes down here. Has a look down the inside, is going to make a passing move by the look of it. Just pushed the 26 up in the 252, back up into the wall at turn 2. Now that's unusual, wall at turn 2. Track sort of bevels off a wee bit up there. One or two just trying to catch the car in front. Here we go. There's going to be another tap at turn 1 and 2 by the look of it. Just gives the 27 a little bit of a tidy up, but gets out of that and makes quite a pacey little car, the 27. That is the car of Mike Rush. The green car coming past us now. Just looking over the back, we got the tank, the 7T. Another little hit. He's out, just a tap a few up by the look of it. Another little scourge at turn 3. Stock cars on the track here at Ashburton Speedway. A few coming together down at turn 3 and 4. Coming out of turn 4, just got a little bit loose at 97. Their hands going everywhere in there. There might be hands going. There's another little tempted a tap. It looks like he's missed him. Keep an eye on these three going down the back straight. Into turn 3. Turn 3 behaving itself today. Oh, he's got that bumper exposed. He looks like he's getting his helped around. Another one, a bit of a tap too. And the checkered flag is out. That's stock cars. All right. Let's see. Sometimes it doesn't really matter who wins, it's who gives the most hits. 24 takes it out. The Fenced NZ car just coming past the commentary box now. And 12 has been credited with the second spot. If we can find number 12. Here we go. The Oxford car just coming past us has been credited with the second spot here in the stock cars. All right, that's round one done and dusted, folks. We've already seen some pretty impressive racing as adult mini stocks are race one for the second round, followed by the C-grade productions and youth developments. That's the first four. Yep, dummy grid is already full of adult mini stocks. First one taken out, impressively one must say, by the 24N of Matt Inwood. 10C Michael Arris took that second spot last time. Let's have a look and see where they have drawn. 62, now this will be interesting. Chris Williams is a very good peddler. Looks like Chris has drawn a good marble. So how this works, folks, is they will draw a marble for their first grid position, and then after that they will get a mid. If they draw a front, they will get another draw, a grid position in the middle of the field and a grid position near the back of the field. It's all preset in concrete. Once you draw your first marble, that gives you the grid positions for all three heats. Chris Williams in the 62 started well off the back in the first race, so this is his front draw. This is where you got to make it count. Effectively, if you start near the back, every car you pass is worth a point to you. C, just looking for the second place getter. So 24 won the first race. We can see 24 tucked well back this time. 10C there, the Michael Arris car, was second, so it looks like it's going to start well off the back of this field of adult mini stocks, a great field. Chris Williams could be the one to chase off the front here. Done a few laps here at Ashburton Speedway, Gaza. 68 on the outside is the car of Alan Jackson. 71, Katie Brooks went well last time, the Brooks logging car. 79, 72 down the inside, Simone Waldemoth, Braden Skur. 87 is going to be one to look at with a better draw is Reese Marsden. That's the yellow and grey car, fall back on the outside as they start to tighten up a little bit here at Ashburton Speedway. 10C's off the back. 24, your first race leader. Look at the progress of those. See if they can get in the through. We're looking for a good start here from Chris Williams. He looks like he might have missed a little start. He's going to go into turn one into that second spot. So on the outside, 68 is going to spit out. That's Alan Jackson. Chris Williams is on the tail. As we look through this, look at all these cars going into turn three. They've all made it around the first two bends. Oh, they're coming out. They're coming out as if they're doing a grand parade out of turn one. Who's going to spit out the front? It's still the 68 car. Down the inside, the 79 is the Brooks car. Is Braden Skur down the inside. Down the back straight. Look at this very, very even class here. The adult mini stock spitting out now is the 71. This is Katie Brooks. Has worked away to the lead as Katie, and just going to start to open up a little bit of gap. It's going to be catch me if you can, but look at the rest going in. They're 3 or 4 wide, these adult mini stocks, and they're going to come out about 4 wide too. A little bit of scuffle down the back straight. The outside car has lost the ground. Let's see, we're looking for the 10 and 24 from race 1. 10 is Michael Arris working his way around the pole line by the look at him come past the start-finish line now. At least 8 cars, the lap scores are tearing the hair out here. They're all tied together as they go down the back straight. 24 is trying to poke a way through. You can see that 10 car. Here's a tail ender. Here's trouble. As they go into turn 3, they get a little bit tightened up. Chris Williams is held up a lot. One's gone around, gets a couple of taps. The 59's gone around, one into the wall, gets a little clip. We're going to have a caution come out here. Oh, a little bit messy down there, unfortunately. Just a little bit of slow traffic and a lot of traffic trying to make the way. This is where the brake fade comes into it. One of the two of them are just having a little bit of trouble, and it looks like they're going to set themselves up in Indian file. Not a hard hit by the 84 into the wall there, just that's Belinda Hawley, just a victim of the skirmishes that went on as the field went into the turn 3 and 4. Very tight racing here at Ashburton Speedway. Big ups to the pit crews that are setting up these cars for this track. They have, some of them have just absolutely nailed it. Like we say, they're only road tyres. Very little work they can do with the suspension and bits and pieces. Tyre pressures, they can play around with those. But as you see, the motors, the Toyotas, or the Nissans, both are ultra competitive. Good racing. Hope you're enjoying your day here at Ashburton Speedway. Like to thank some more sponsors while we've got a chance. Obviously Roscoe's. You can see the push car out there, the Subaru Auto Parts, thanks to Ben and the crew who have taken over Roscoe's a wee while ago now and still continue that great job. And great supporters of Ashburton Speedway as well. Rainer's Irrigation, another big supporter, and I'm very thankful for the work they do. You'll see the water truck has theirs plastered on it, as well as engineering repairs down there in the industrial estate as well. Can-Am, need to thank them. They've got the big new premises there on West Street. They give us a little 4x4. I haven't seen it around if we've got it out today, but man, the volunteers, they love that thing because there's a lot of walking going on. Wright's Dry Cleaners, need to mention them. You know, we have the towels down in the toilets every meeting. We take the dirty ones in, they replace them, and all we have to do is give them a smile and a thank you. So Wright's Dry Cleaners, very low profile sponsor, very don't ask for anything. They just swap those towels over for us, so that's what we really appreciate here at Ashburton Speedway. Like we said, we'll get these adult mini stocks sorted out, the flag will drop and they'll be back into it here at Ashburton Speedway. Okay, so just talking to Zelda and Angie, our lap scorers here. It's a manual system. We don't run the fancy transponders and go into that sort of expense. We've got two very experienced people that call out numbers and write them down and don't even look at what they're writing. But your race leader is the 71, Katie Brooks. As they bring these cars, it looks like they're just going to bring them around into Indian file to let them go again. You can appreciate how difficult it is for the lap scorers when we've got 7 or 8 cars tied together and going past the start finish line at the same time. I'm very happy sometimes that I'm in a separate room to them and there's a door between us, but honestly they do a fantastic job. And part of that crew that went to Westport along with our promoter Renee and run the meeting and put a great meeting together over in Westport last weekend, and like we say, got a big thanks with the Tony Newman trophy. Here we go, 71.93 is the car of Shane and Andrew McCartney. 79 is the next one through, Braden Skur. That car's been going well today. There's the Reese Marsden one, the one we talked about earlier on, the yellow and grey car, worked the way through up the field. There we go. Oh, he's getting pushed a little bit high here by the Greymouth car. Is Michael Harris, 24 down the inside. That's your race winner, first and second in the first heat. Now they're racing down the back straight in about 6th and 7th place. Pointy end of the field though, look at this run here from the 71. Kate Brooks holding on very well and running a nice line into turn 1, just keeping it protected down below and running around the outside of the wet stuff. A good place, a good line out of turn 2, and just see a very good run down the back straight. Cuts down low on the turn 3, hard on the brakes, making everything go around the outside. Pedal goes to the middle now and starts to stretch out. Katie Brooks running a great leading effort. 79 down the inside. Braden Skur looks to be the challenger. 24 is coming through. There's the Marsden, the 87 Reese Marsden car. Michael Harris comes through. 132 is your next one through. That is the Buddy Finch car. Look at the pointy end of the field here. Nobody's given any ground here, and we've got some chasing cars now in the 4th and 5th spot. We've got the race 1 first and second. They are going to try and look and make a run through. Oh, look at the 24. Just poked himself in a gap that was only just there. Comes out into the 3rd place. Down the inside, Michael Harris. Years and years of experience as Michael Harris. Down the inside of the track. The cars are still sitting beautifully as they get round here into turn 3. This is big as they come in. This is going to be a great last few laps. The white flag's out. KT71, all the pressure in the world. Kate Brooks cars past the cease line. 93 is the next Hayden Andrew McCartney. 5, 6 of them going into turn 1 and 2. Coming out of turn 2, battle down the back straight. Look at the drive that the 24 car got up the top there. Matt Inwood from the Nelson car. Now they come down. Katie Brooks. Is she going to hold on? Katie, what a great drive. First, Michael Harris second. 93 is the Shade Andrew McCartney. 24, 79, Reese Marsden. 87, 132, 43T, the Cromwell car. Chris Williams, 62, went backwards. 72, 321, 11, 197, 69, 99, 96A. 92, 68, 5, 41, 15. Give them a hand, folks, or give them all a hand. They're going to do a lap. Katie, what a battle and what a drive from Katie Brooks in the 71. And the battle cars behind, I'll tell you what, that was very, very controlled and professional driving, really. It must have been so tempting to give one or two of them a tap. Top class adult mini stocks here at Ashburton Speedway. Winter champs, end of year prize giving meeting. We have a break for a couple of months. We'll be back in September. July, August. Cars go away after this meeting. Many of them will get stripped down and the stories will be talked about, and they get ready for next year at Ashburton Speedway, which is about to be another big year. Next one up is the C grades. They're sitting down in the dummy grid ready to go. They'll be out shortly. Can't race till we have some of this gear back out in the middle of the track, so we just probably have a little bit of a hold up. Great time to mention our volunteers here, folks. This doesn't happen by mistake. I think something like 30 to 35 volunteers register for a meeting. That's just meeting day. You got the committee meetings, you've got the working bees, etc., etc. So I guess on behalf of all the volunteers, I'd just like to say thanks for turning up. Thanks for coming here on a Sunday in June to support the racing and to support the club. How we're looking over there, RJP TV, getting some great shots. That'll be on Facebook later on. We get a wave. I don't know if they can edit me out. They probably half the time they probably hope they could. Here we go, C graders. Pedal goes to the middle for the C grade. Dylan Anderson won the first race and he's got a front marble. That car's going to clear out. Let's see what happens with it chasing pack. We've got the Wayne Sullivan car. Got a more pointy end of the field start here. We'll see how that goes. 65A, Dennis Luscombe, third in the first race. Poking into that third race here again. Dylan Anderson's away. chased by Wayne Sullivan. They run front wheel drives, these little C graders. Battle of the Luscombes down for third and fourth at the moment. Dennis Luscombe, Rose Luscombe, third and fourth. Tucked in behind the 1-2-2 is that of Brian Mason. Second in the last race, Brian Mason will be hoping to try and make up a bit of ground. 73 Oxford is your next one through. That's Shannon Jelly. 38 Oxford is Dion Mason, and Brooke Humphreys in the cow-shaped car is in the rear of the field. But these three at the back are having a great little tussle as it is. Dylan Anderson though cleaned out again. Good run from the Glen. The battle of the Luscombes looks to be getting won by Rose at the moment in the blue, the 61. 1-2-2. Brian Mason's poked his nose past Dennis. And the three at the back working hard for trying to stay away from that last spot really. Brooke Humphreys got a little bit tied up but is likely to catch this field. Alright, there we go. Sorry, a little interruption there. Dylan Anderson though cleaning up from the C grades by the look at battle of the races at the back here. Two Oxford cars versus Brooke Humphreys in the 66. Just can't quite get any ascendance down the outside. Goes one of them, but getting into the 73 is just running that. Shannon Jelly is just running that inside line, making it hard. Brooke Humphreys is seeing gaps, but can't poke that wee car into the gap at this stage as they drive round turn 2 and down the back straight they go. Your race leader Dylan Anderson, Wayne Sullivan, Rose Luscombe, Dion Mason comes through. 65 is Dennis Luscombe, and then we got this battle at the back again, still going on. Shannon Jelly. Round the outside, it looks like we have Dion Mason this time. Brooke Humphreys still looking for a way to get past those two. Checkered flag comes out for Dylan Anderson. 2 for 2 for Dylan. 31, a good run there off a better draw for Wayne Sullivan for a second. 61 is Rose Luscombe, third to go with the fourth. 1-2-2 takes the fourth spot after winning the first race. Looks like Brooke Humphreys has cleared the two Oxford car and is going to pick up that wee spot. Alright, just a wee message. If you have a Nissan parked down about turn 4 somewhere near the pit gate and your registration LZY 653 a Nissan, could you go down and just move that car a bit for us? We've got a car that's trapped in there that wants to get out. If you've got a Nissan down there, LZY 653, if you could shoot down and just move that for us. We've got a car in there that appears to be tracked by the sounds of it. Thank you for that. C graders. Next is the Productions. South Island title for the Productions. Dave Fillier, 68A, got that first race in the end from Ian Clark and for Vanburn. Honda first, Honda third. Ian Clark. I see Ian is Alfie. He's got a car in the Derby later on. So we've got the Derby to look forward to later on, folks. Plus another almost 2 rounds here at Ashburton Speedway. Dave Fillius, the first one out with the Academy Signs car. Casey Nees, the Motorsport number 9, a very smart looking car, that one of Casey Nees. Down the inside, the 8 of Oxford car of Aaron Ryan. 21 is Alfie up the top there, 21C, 17C, the Honda of Vaughan Fairburn. These three really turned it on last time. Then we got some rear-wheel drives, the 26 and 29. 26 is Tristan Thomas Walsh, and 29 is Brent Leishman, another couple of Oxford cars that have made the journey over here to Ashburton Speedway, and we appreciate that. Good track, like we say, the Oxford track over on the north side of the Waimak River. Not a long way from Ringiora, to be fair. As they line up. Dave Phileas off the front here. This is going to be a catch me if you can. Ian Clark and Vaughan Fairburn. Got a couple of cars to clean up before they start chasing Dave Phileas. There goes Dave Phileas, he's away. Fairburn's got down the inside and has already poked that nose. Poked that Honda in the second spot already, and coming out of turn 2 with a beautiful run down the back straight, very even paces. These Hondas out the front now are screaming, the VTEC motors are screaming. Phil Fairburn, has he got a little bit of an overlap down the inside? He's not going to be able to push through. He goes and tucks in behind Dave Phileas. Dave Phileas, a little bit of understeer. That 17, that Vaughan Fairburn, he's got that car set up nicely, pokes the nose down. He's looking down the inside, a bit late on the brakes. Does the old whoops, I'm going forward with the front brakes locked bit. Casey Nees in the 9C, Alfie is in the 21C, Alfie Racing, trying to catch up the Casey Nees car. And then we go back to the couple of the rear wheel drives down the back straight. Look at this battle developing with these four. Dave Phileas, all the experience with Vaughan Fairburn, he has got down on the inside. I think he's going to be able to hold that inside. Oh, he does. He holds that inside run. Dave Phileas pushes down on him, I think, and gets the, well, you're not coming into my spot. This is a battle. This is Vaughan Fairburn out the front. 17, a bit of understeer from all of these. Look at this Casey Nees in the number 9. Found some pace in that car and in that third spot. Alfie struggling to catch these front 3. They are going hammer and tongs down the back straight. Vaughan Fairburn, oh, he's got some pace, that car. Look at it as it lights up down the back. Hard on the brakes, just trying to get it to turn in. Coming out of turn 4 now. Pedal goes down early. Dave Phileas, it'd be a huge achievement if he can keep Dave Phileas in behind him as they line up. Got a good turn out of turn 2, and just see that gap open up just by virtue of getting that car lined up a little bit earlier. Very nice long straight car by the look of it. Down past the start finish line, Dave Phileas, he's trying to work out how to get past this other Honda of Vaughan Fairburn. Down the back straight, it's a very sit car. It's sitting nicely. Dave Phileas, he's got, and there's Ian Clark now. He's no slug, and he's having trouble catching these three out the front. He's got a little bit higher to try and find a little bit of grip by the look of that. Down past the start finish line comes Ian Clark, but he's looking over to the back straight. He can see this Vaughan Fairburn Honda absolutely flying. The three at the back here again are having a great little battle. Some of the best racing at the back of the field as they go past turn 1 and 2. They're going fast enough themselves, but to catch these productions out the front, they are going to have to find another leg and a half. Down the back straight, Vaughan Fairburn, he was third in the first race, and he's going to try and tie up the points here. This is the Mid-South Island title. They are after Honda. First and second as they come through. The tail enders, look at the back three. They're having a sensational battle again in the productions as they go into turn 4. Race leaders are catching up to them too, so this is going to be a checkered flag for Fairburn, Phileas and Casey Nees. Ian Clark over the back straight. That car looks to have slowed. That's not happy. Fairburn a first and a third. Dave Phileas a first and a second. Casey Nees has got a third in there. Ian Clark limps around by the look of it for fourth. And then you've got 26, 8, 29 probably in that order. Great battle at the back as well. 17C coming down. Give Vaughan Fairburn a hand, folks. Toot your horn, wave, or do something. Let him know that was a pretty special drive. He had behind him Dave Phileas, who has won a number of New Zealand titles here at Ashburton Speedway, always leaves with a trophy or prize of some sort, and he was tucked in behind, and he had another Honda that was just too good on the day. Very quick. The Blackwell's Honda store car of Vaughan Fairburn Productions have been turning it on here for years, and yet another great race. Youth Mini Stocks Development Group. This is the young drivers again. Last time taken out pretty convincingly in the end by Noah Wood in the 11A. 42C is out early and was second in that first race. Made a bit of ground up. Looks like has got its turn for the front marble. Noah Wood goes through. 24N is another car that has gone well today. Ellie Gear. 223. Aidan Ray. 18A is Summer Foster. 26 is the car of Mason Barron. That looks like the development class for this time round. 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. They started with 9. Looks like the... No, Theo Vanderin is on the outside. 55N looks to be the car that's missing. Future of Speedway here, folks. This is the youth. You would not think at times this is the development class. One or two of them you will see are probably sitting on cushions. Noah Wood won the first race in the 11A. This will be a wee challenge. The 24 car we know is quick. That's Ellie Gear. Setting a very slow pace is the 57. That's the Theo Vanderin car. They're going to start very tight here, I would say, these youth drivers, if this pace around the back. A little bit of a gap there in the number 3 marble on the pole. That's probably where the missing car has drawn. So that gap that position has to stay vacant. There we go, and the pedal goes to the metal, straight into it. It goes the 42 car of Braden Williamson. From the outside, 57 drops into second, 24.68. Noah Wood there in the 11A, 26.2. 3, 3 and 18 is the race order as they come into the back straight. 42, a lot of understeer from the Braden Williamson car. The Good Ride tyre car comes past. 57, 24, though they've sorted themselves out a little bit at the back here. Noah Wood in the 11 car won the first race and is just going to have to try and clear the 68 of Calvin Jackson as they head down the back straight. Very even pace, these cars, as we have already spoken about. The Nissan or Toyota Motors screaming away. The Good Ride 42 comes past again. Braden Williamson looks to have it under control here. So just say that, and there's a little bit of slide and a few hands going around, just getting the steering wheel pointing in the right direction. Noah Wood looks to have got a good run out of turn 2, makes the pass down the back straight and gets into turn 3 pretty comfortable. Past the start finish line comes your race leader again, 42. Very nice car, this one. 42 has had a lot of success here with various drivers as it heads down the back straight. 57, 24. Alligear is just looks like closing in on the Vanderin car. Theo in that second spot. Oh, up high again. A lot of understeer, slows the car down a lot. So now these front 3 are tightening up. Bit of pressure going to come on. White flag coming out next time they come round. 42 still out the front. Braden Williamson, Youth Mini Stocks development class here at Ashburton Speedway. One over there's had a tap on the wall. The 26 Mason Barrow moves to the inside of the field. Finds another cog by the look of it and is going to look at rejoining the track. Right by TJ. Here's a battle for the front though. 42 has looked like this is going to be a good victory here for Braden Williamson. takes out this heat 24.57. All right, Braden Williamson second in the first race, and that 42 takes out the second race. Noah Wood looks like has got the fourth spot from what I can tell here, as unofficial as it is. All right, next is the street stocks. Then we go back to the main group of youth mini stocks, the saloons and the stock cars. Building up towards this derby to finish our season off later on the day. Getting these cars off the field again. Congratulations to the drivers and the track. Very good work. Youth mini stocks. Development class heading off. Now we got the street stocks back on. Let's have a look and see. Of course, you'll remember the first little battle of street stocks in the first race. We're just going to see how many are going to come back out. And race against the likes of the experience that is Simon Bland. Hope you're enjoying yourself here today, folks. We've seen some great racing here already, and then we know there's more to come. Don't forget, if you're hungry or thirsty, head down to the south end of the track there. The Lions caravan is down there. The Lions doing their thing for us today with the food. And of course, you know what happens to the Lions funds goes right throughout the community. Great job they do all round. Got a coffee place down there as well. Not the Lions, but on turn 4 there's a coffee van. We've got the ice cream guy down there as well. So if you think you can go for a walk and get something to eat and keep one eye on the track, then good luck. All right, street stocks. Waved onto the track here. The rescue crew have just come round in the NZ Express ute. 63A is your first one out. That is the Mark McEvity truck. 89A is the Jeffrey Wood. 21 is the next one through. 31V is Simon Bland. 21A in front of Simon by the look of it is Therese Rangihuna. 99 Oxford Brent Williams. What else have we got? 889 Jeffrey Wood. 18 Greg Williams. 23Y Greymouth car Johnny Skilling. 615 has got a Y on it too, Serena Menzies. 313A Grant Whitney. The gate is closed. This is the street stocks just getting themselves all in line, standing start for the street stocks. Pitbull Racing 889 is being brought to the outside of the front by the look of it. Michael Harris there that we have seen in the adult mini stock earlier on, just working on the grid crew. There is a gap. There's a couple of cars missing, so the gaps get left, but apart from that they get pushed up nice and tight. Simon Bland brings the Roscoe ordered dismantlers up. I think these front ones are going to scarper. Last time we saw the brakes go on with the Simon Bland car as he just held a bit of the field up and let the others get away. Flags ready to drop. Street stocks here, race 2 at Ashburton. Pedal goes to the middle and away they go. They get a little bit of grip. And they go into turn 1. What's going to happen here? We got 1 or 2 heading up towards the fence. Oh, Simon Bland's gone around. How's that? He's facing the wrong way as Simon. You don't see that very often. And he has got a whole field to catch now. Well, there we go. We've got another one turned round at turn 4. One that's hit the wall. So 21 is in amongst the mist here. Simon Bland comes round. He's got a bit of catching up to do. I would guess he's not happy. Let's see what happens. Front cars though, here's your race leaders just coming out of turn 4. There's a hit. Is he going to get him around? He doesn't quite get him. He hits him more in the middle of the car. He'll have another go here at turn 1, I would say. Into turn 2, is he going to have a look up and have a little bit of a crack? They tighten up as they have a little bit of a fear. The 89's through. That would be the race leader, one would think now. 89's probably the race leader. As best I can tell. Who knows with street stocks as they head up the back straight. Here comes 615. This is the Serena Menzies car. Simon doesn't want to have anything to do with that. I think he's got a bit of a mission in front of him, and he starts to catch some of these more front leading cars now. One sitting up on the wall is the 21. Referee might be looking at that, not in a great place. Watch turn 1 and 2. This could get messy around here. Simon's going to just try and drive right around the outside. They pushed him up into the fence, though. Sort of tried to box him in. Probably a little bit risky that. He gives one a tap, just enough to unsettle it so he can go through. And it's ended up right in the infield. Past the start-finish line. Your race leader, as far as I can tell, is still the 89, heading down into the back straight. Be thinking, where is Simon Carr down there? 21. Still sitting on the fence, looks to be no sort of a drama at this stage. Cars tightening up there on turn 3 and turn 1 and 2, going in turn 3 together. Flat tyre here from the 99 Oxford. That's not going to help too much. Race leader, as far as I can tell, is still this 89. Showing some pretty good pace in the Ford. Red is going on. Whoa. Okay, rescue crew have decided they need to check the driver at the top of the track, I think. So, street stocks, like we say, it's hard to know where to look. $89.31 is how they see it at this stage. So the 89 car is down about to enter turn 1, chased by the 31, the car of Simon Bland, which is right hiding down in front of us here on the start-finish line. We have the car pushed down into the track. Okay, so they've found something on the track. They have to clear the track. Having a wee look around. Great job, the rescue crew. Craig and his crew. Craig, I think it is there with the bumper part. Having his last day, as we said, here at Ashburton, as he wants to spend a bit more time with the family by the sounds of it, so good on him. The NZ Express ute comes round. They're just looking for bits and pieces that we don't really want on the track. You'll see in the fluoros there, that's TJ Photos. You'll be getting some great snaps from there. They're coming out of turn 4, probably the best turn to come out of here at Ashburton Speedway. We see some great pace out of turn 4, and he'll be getting some great shots. Remember, TJ Photos, TJ Photos. Get onto that website and have a look. There's like literally thousands of Speedway photos. Looks like we're about ready to go. The lights will go off and turn green. There we go, there's the green. Pedal goes to the metal. Race leader is the 89. Second is the 31B of Simon Bland. The Greymouth comes past. There's a big hit up at turn 4. He's put the pit bull casing around, and we've got a couple of 3 sitting down, 4 of them sitting down there. Race leader comes past in the 89. He gets the white flag. He's thinking, I've got 4 bends to go. Is Simon Bland going to catch me as they go down? Simon's saying, I've only got 2 corners here. I've got to get down and hit this car. Oh, look at the pace. He's just gone in and he's absolutely nailed him. Goodness gracious. There was no way Simon was going to get round that bend. Oh, there's a big impact around there. The Pitbull racing car's been hit. Simon's getting out. Pitbull racing car is moving. And the red flag is out. We've got to go down and check those chaps. We'll have a little bit of a break from here. Couple of big hits going in down at the street stocks. I was checking those cars. Thankfully no sign or no call for the ambulance at this stage, but boy, there were some big hits. Those little head-ons, these cars are built pretty damn strong, but that car has just got the bent smile going at the moment. The rescue crew are down there. Like we said, folks, Craig and his crew up there are having their last meeting at Ashburton Speedway today. For years and years, we have sort of been secure in the knowledge that we've had Craig and the crew looking after the drivers on the track. Very professional bunch, and not a bad day for them today, but those fireproof suits they are wearing on a hot day, absolutely cooks. All right, just having a look at the wall down there. It's taken a knock, so we'll have to get that sorted. There's a couple of the officials walking down to have a look at that, so we're going to have a little bit of a break, make sure that we get this track safe for racing again. Like we say, folks, now might be a good time, because you don't get many chances to head down to that Lions Caravan, the coffee shop, or the ice cream parlour, and grab yourself a refreshment. We've still got a round and a half, and then a derby. Plenty to go here at Ashburton Speedway.
But we must walk.
Oh, well, there you go, folks. Youth mini stocks. Looks like the future in Speedway is in pretty good hands. Great little class. Like I said, folks, if you're interested in a bit of Speedway, shoot down here to the Royal Wharf container and catch up with somebody. One of the officials will help you out. But a car like this, not too expensive, relatively cheap to run. It's fairly standard, like $1 million doesn't really buy you a faster car. They are heavily controlled, and potentially your car could run 3 races here at Ashburton Speedway each round with the youth, youth development, the youth and the adult mini stocks. Just been doing a little bit of reconnaissance downstairs. It's looking like we've got I think 17 derby cars, and just as many nervous drivers down there as the Rona irrigation water truck does its thing. Looks like the coffee shop, the ice cream shop and the Lions are doing a reasonable trade down there. If you do feel a bit thirsty, a bit hungry, head down there and support them. We know the work that the Lions do around the country, Ashburton Speedway, etc, etc. Alright, rumbling of the commentary box means we got some V8s sitting in the dummy grid, 2 wood houses, as we said earlier on. That Phil Burgess car, the 15T, won the first race, and he has got that set up. Just trying to get a bit of water up high now, Simon Bland. We will see these experienced drivers get up there and do a bit of wheel packing, one would say. So we did talk a little bit about these saloon cars and how they make them go around the Speedway track. It's a quarter mile at the pole line. That's probably something kilometres or metres or something, but a quarter mile for the ones that went to school when we did. About 400 metres, I think. So we're looking at these cars. What we're looking also, they have a system in there, folks, that as they accelerate, they have a system that tries to drive the back tyres into the track, understandably, down the front straights. When the system is working well and the track is doing what they want it to do, they got the cars, we will see the back of the car lift up. Such is the pressure that the system is exerting on the tyres at the back of the car. So we're looking for these cars now. Keep an eye out as they hit the front or the back straight. Let's see if we see the back of the cars lift up. That tells us that the cars are working well, they got the setup, good setup, and also that we're getting a bit of grip out of the track. You'll see them then thump down as they set the car up for the corner, take a bit of pressure off those back tyres and set the car up. The car will sit down again. In an ideal world, they'd love it to sit up the whole time, but that's virtually impossible. So this is a system, it's sort of like a fifth spring system, they have called it, and that's what we'll look for this time. Pedal goes to the middle, away they go. This time we've got the Scott Woodhouse car out the front, into turn 1, nice, down the inside's the Mugford car. There's the other Woodhouse around the outside, Willie Woodhouse. Let's look at these cars lifting. Oh, I definitely can see it. Saw it beautifully in the 17 car as they come down. The back of the cars are lifting up. And there we go, the Kiwi Auto Spares. Now we've got some pretty hot stuff out the front. Woodhouse. 17 is the Blair Lee car, and 15 is Burgess, who won the first race. We have 4 top-class saloons out the front here at Ashburton Speedway. Task the start-finish line. Scott Woodhouse. Down the back of the field in the first race, we've got the front draw. Here goes the other Woodhouse car. We can see the Blair car especially lifting, and Phil Burgess's down the back straight. Hard for me to tell on the front straight if they're lifting as well. Here they come out of turn 4. It's a beautiful turn. Looks like they got drive into this track as they come down the back. Woodhouse, Blair, Burgess, Blair, Tony Mugford and Craig Laborie, the 45 at the back of the field. But look at this display they're putting out the front here, folks. This is as good a speedway as you get. Daytime speedway with a bank track We've got the big bank track here, and that helps hold those cars. Here's a passing move down the outside. He's not going to let him in, he's his mate, but they're going to make him force around the outside. Now he's going to run the low car. He's got a little bit messed up, and the 117, the car of Willie Woodhouse, hits the front. It's catch me if they can. Look at the battle for the rest of them. There's nothing in it. Round the outside, Phil Burgess. He's made a mark and pass over Blair Lee. Blair goes back. Phil Burgess. He's just trying to sit up on what we call the cushion. Phil Burgess. He's lost the ground up the top there. Blair Lee takes the ground back. Out the front though, Willie Woodhouse. CWR down the back. CWR second. Blair Lee, that 17. Look at that car lift. Man, they're getting some push into the track. As that car comes down, there's some power there. Phil Burgess won the first race. He's having a little bit of trouble sticking with them. The track is now starting to slick off. They suck the more out of the track to these big tyres. They really give it heaps. 7 now, he's struggling a little bit. Scott Woodhouse, is he going to be able to hold the Blair car there? 17C is sitting in the back there. Look at the pace of the 17C. It comes out of there so quick. Oh, just the straights, just not quite long enough. He gets the pedal to the metal. 7C, the Woodhouse, he's cunning. He's not going to let him through. Looks like he's got the inside run. Not enough ground. Going to have to go high again. Look how early they're throwing these cars. They're throwing them in near the pit gate. So they're getting them right sideways. White flag is out. Here's the checkered flag. This is going to be a good win. This is Willie Woodhouse at his best. In the next is the Scott Woodhouse. Phil Burgess fourth, Blair Lee third. That's going to put the cat amongst the pigeons here for the mid-winter catch from the Saloons. If they get to do another lap, folks, give them some applause, flash your lights, do anything you like. That's as good a saloon racing as you're going to see here at Ashburton Speedway, because did mention during the commentary we've got a banked track. And boy, they love the banking. It just gives the cars more support as they throw into the bend. You can see they're throwing them at the pit gate. So they're getting them sideways early, and that's just a sign of confidence in the track here at Ashburton Speedway. Simon Bland in the Rainer Irrigation water truck. Fastest water truck in the West. He doesn't like me saying that, but it holds the lap record here for a water truck, that one. He's going to just get that clay at the top. Damn, we've got to try and look after it. Give him a hand, folks. That was great racing. Blair Lee, the 17 Aussie Auto Spares sponsored car, to see the back lifting on cue. That's telling us that that car, the system underneath, is driving those tyres into the track for maximum grip. Good car to have a look at because he's missing a little bit of panel. Another thing, folks, look at the right-hand front tyre. As you can appreciate, a lot of pressure goes on that tyre into the bend, and that tyre there, you'll see how it's bent out. It's got a lot of camber on it. It's got a lot of tread on it. It's got a lot of tyre. Pivotal tyre, that right front. The left front, you can just about race without it. Not well. But that right front tyre, that's got to do its job big time. And we can see, particularly in that 17 car, Phil Burgess's car coming around now, we can see how they've got that camber, they've got those tyres poked out, and they are doing their best to make sure those tyres do their job here at Ashburton Speedway. One more round for the Saloons. Midwinter champs for them as well. So Ashburton Speedway's been around for over 15 years now, folks. It didn't start on this track. I think it's had 2 tracks before we settled here at Ashburton. Our meeting in September is our 50th anniversary, although it's longer than 50 because COVID put pay to our first attempt and our second attempt at celebration. So we're probably closer to 52, maybe 55 years. So September is our anniversary celebration weekend, the first Sunday in September. We will have some vintage cars here on display. And but if you do know or you're interested in attending and catching up with some of the old timers, there's some great stories to be told. Have a look at our Facebook page. That is in September. There is a main event would be a meal, etc., and a gathering on the Saturday night over at the Timwell Tavern, who have been, again, awesome supporters of Ashburton Speedway. And a race meeting on the Sunday. Like we say, the vintage cars are going to come here and put on a static display. I think maybe a grand parade type set up on the track, but no racing. So that's what we've got to start the 23-24 season with here at Ashburton Speedway. Shaping up to be another big meeting and another big season. All right, stock cars. Grab something solid. They've obviously been warned about the wall at the top end. That is way out of bounds now. It's a big repair job for us, obviously, during the off-season. As well as the front wall, folks, we've been getting prices to try and fix our front wall here. That is the worst part of our track at the moment, but concrete ain't cheap. So we're just trying to work through what we can, but hopefully we'll be able to just sort some of this stuff out before next year. Let them go, that's the word. 97 off the front, Keen Leonard Graham. Denko Racing, 29 on the outside, Roscoe Contractors, Reefton. It's one of the visitor sponsors, and it's bolted like a cut cat. That's Jaden Gerard. Already got a nice little lap. There's the first one going around at the top end, drifts down the track, and gets passed by the rest of them, but sitting down there on the track, 27 gets the wheels turning. We've got another one turned around at the top there, getting a couple of 3 hits from this, what we call the tank, drifting down to the inside. The 7C car here, coming past the start-finish line. You'll see that's a different looking sort of car. It's what we call a tank. It's built like one, and it's designed to be a bit of a menace, and the driver of that tank is just having a little bit of fun over the back. Now we've got the 27 joining again. As the tank just sits down, he wants one of those two to go past him so I can give him a little bit of a clip. He gets a whack from the back anyway from the McNally car and just escorts him to the infield, and he's away after the 27 car. '29 is your race leader down the back straight. There's the little old end of season cat and mouse going on over there with the stock cars, looking to put in another hit here. He's got the 21T lined up, and they go round as if they're tied together. One has to go around and clear the wall, straighten up. That was like tandem turn. As they get themselves back together here, the stock cars, they've got a while to fix these things up. Here goes another tap, this number 252, potentially in a bit of trouble up there, down the back straight. Seems to have cleared as the tank does a bit of chasing again. Race leader is still the 29. This is the blue car going into turn 3, coming out of turn 4 now. A bit of hit going to go in here by the look of it at the coming out of turn 2. Not much, had to pull out of that one because of the wall. Another spin up at the front here. 16's gone round. 27's had a bit of a go and a bit of a spin up his round. Race leader has to hit the anchors and go through the hole. They're all over the show. Just not sure about the 27 car. We're going to bring the red flag out. This is where they hit the brakes. Rescue go shooting down. 29 is being credited with the lead. That's over at turn 3 there, the blue car, 29. Jaden Gerard. Rescue crew are at the 27. Mike Rush. Tarbottom Land and Civil Track is doing a great job here. The track preparer Simon Bland and his crew have again done a good job. Another speedway turn we can have a look at, talk about, folks. If you do look on the bends, you see there's an area of reasonably clear track and then some clay that's loose. That's the cushion, what we call the cushion. Generally that's where the best grip is. It's not going to affect these guys a hell of a lot, but those saloon cars later on they'll be looking to get a tyre up in that cushion and work on that grip aspect. Let's have a look what's happening with the 27, a message coming out. Got to make sure that all these cars are ready to run. We don't want to drop this flag and find something stored or won't run. 27 is going to the infield. That is Mike Rush. He's going to watch the rest of the stock car race. Last race of round 2 before we're back to the adult mini stocks, the Seagraves Productions at round 3. All right, looking for the flag, looking for the lights to change. They've gone off. Green light, pedal to the metal. They're all away again. Who's got off the mark? Your race leader in the 29 has made a very good start. Beautiful looking car there. TJ would have got a great photo of that as it come round. It's into turn 1, going round turn 2 already. Race to the field is underway. Mike Rush is on the infield. Race leader coming up into behind there, 252, that's Brady Wilson. Might look to just make a pass here. Look after this lead down the inside of Bradley Wilson. Wilson's car sitting on the outside. Could be going to try and tuck down and give the race leader a bit of a push. But race leader clears out. 29, Jaden Jared got this under control. Checkered flag, 29 takes the second of the stock car races. Jaden Jared. Checkered flag is out for the stockies. Roscoe Contractors reefed in there. We see some of the sponsorship for the Mike Rush car. 24, I think. 29 to 252, I think, might have been accredited with the second spot. Lap scorers are just doing their checks as we speak. Righto, folks, that's round 2 done and dusted. Next up is this big field of adult mini stocks that we have out next. As you can see, the track is starting to change. It's slicking off a little bit. We have a little cushion up there that the bigger tyres will try and take advantage of. This is the Skiller Speedway. The track changes even during the race, so get your car set up. Tyre pressures are critical. Try and work out what the track's going to do. Second car out there has had a good day today. That is the 10 car, Michael Harris. 5, the first car out. (43T), the Cromwell car of Samuel Jack. 41's been a busy little car today. That's Melly Jeffries in the car in the adult phase of the racing. 321. There's Jody Horton, all starting to line up here. The adult mini stocks. Pit gate closes. Another good field. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22. Still 22 running. Chris Williams at the back of the field in the 62. Started near the front in the last race. Didn't quite make that pay off. Midwinter champs here at Ashburton Speedway. Jason Chapman on the outside, 5C dictating the pace. Wants these adult mini stocks starting off pretty slow by the look of it. Fancies his car to have good acceleration. Watch Mike Harris on the outside. He is very, very experienced in the Jackson Hutos car, the 10. Probably going to just look to drive right round them. 92's quick down there on the inside. That's Vicky with the Vicky Ware car. 41's had a good day, like we say. Many chances here at Ashburton Speedway. We look back to Katie Brooks, 71. Pedal goes to the middle. And off the front, we've got the 5, has made a nice little start from that outside position. Michael Harrison, the 10, has gone to the outside and is going to manage to scoot right round the outside. Great setup on the car. 43 comes through. The Cromwell car of Samuel Jack has made a good start. And also that Matt Inwood, the 24, had a very good day, has Matt Inwood, and is working the way up through into third, fourth spot at this stage as they head into turn 2 and out of turn 3. Matt Inwood tries to poke his car through a gap that turns out either wasn't there or got shut on him, and pokes back into that 4th spot, makes the inside pass anyway at the bend. As the adult mini stocks, number 10, Michael Harris, is leaving them to it, but we've got a gaggle of cars in behind. Great battle, and we've got a light, caution light come on. We've got 72 spun up over the back, Simone Watermoth. Rescue crew just getting out to Simone. He's had a busy day as Craig for his last day here at Ashburton Speedway. We had a good run with no cautions for a while. Of late we've managed to you'll see many of our officials out there are wearing earmuffs and headguards, so many of them are in instant contact now, talking to each other. A little bit better than the smoke signals we used to have to send in the arm waving, etc. All right, let's have a little bit of a music. We're just going to be sorting out with the lap scores what order to get these cars back into. Once again, hope you're enjoying your day here at Ashburton Speedway, folks. Great to see so many cars and such a great crowd. A nice, good stand. Remember, we've got heaps of sponsors here, heaps of volunteers, so they will appreciate you coming. Enjoy your day. Order at this stage, just having a wee discussion on 1 or 2, getting them back in order. The 3, 2, 1 obviously dropping back, couple of 3 cars, drops into a spot now. Adult mini stocks here, folks, Ashburton Speedway. Look at the numbers we've got, and it's June, and it is a June meeting. Fantastic. Green flag is ready to drop. Michael Harris. Green light is on. Pedal goes to the middle. He made a good start, but the 2043 T, the Samuel Jack car, the 43 is very quick. Tucks in behind. 93's in there. 24. That is Matt Inwood, the Nelson cars. Had a great day, Matt. Just keep an eye on this driver as they go into the turn 3. Turn 3 again has been behaving itself fantastically. Matt Inwood looking for a way. Going to go inside, outside. They're coming out of turn 4. Well, 3 wide at the stage. Have a look back there. Gaz is on the inside of a gaggle. Down the front, though, Michael Harris, experienced. Oh, Reese Marsden, the 87, just managed to tuck inside the 5 car and make the pass down the inside. Got shut down. Race. Look at Matt Inwood in the 24. He's got the 3 in front. The race here is for second, third. and fourth. And a great little battle down the back straight they go. Good run out of that turn 2 and the 24. Just hasn't quite got the pace. Doesn't know whether to go through the inside or the outside, but they're too wide. Now they're going to come past the start-finish line, virtually 3 wide. Is he going to be able to live in there? He tries to. No, he's got cut down. Going to do the round the inside. Just waiting for one of these cars to make a mistake. Might have the pace to get through the inside here. The 43 on the outside, not quick out. Matt Inwood, he's going to make the passing move down the inside and complete it, is he? Might even look for a run down inside the 93 as well. Shade McCartney, a race leader, still out there. Michael Harris, second, third and fourth are still fighting over it. Matt Inwood down the inside. Doesn't quite get the pace from the inside of the track. You get the grip down early if you're higher. It's a long way to go, but you can make the straight a little bit longer. We'll see the 93 just get that pace on a little bit earlier, make that straight a bit longer. Looks like Matt's hung in here this time as they go into turn 1. They're just turning these cars in. I don't even know if they're buttoning off. He goes down the back straight. He may have made this pass. We go back to 87, 99. We got the 132, 79, 15, 62, 321, 1975, 11, 41, 71, 92. Go back to 69, 96, 68, and there's your race leader. Going to reel in one of the tail enders, the 68 of Alan Jackson. Makes the pass, and he's got Grant Henson on the target as well. Here's the white flag for Michael Harrison, the number 10 car. Here's your second, third, and fourth. Mid-Canterbury mid-winner champs, the mid-winner champs for this class as well today. Gazza comes through. There's the Keith car, the 321. Buddy Finch in there. 321, is Jody Horton. 10 takes out the race win. Then it looks like we're going to go 24, 93, 43, 87, 99 Adolf Mini Stocks. Their third for the day. Now that's going to be looking like to me that I'll leave the job to the bean counters, but I think the number 10 car, Mike Harris, has probably had enough of a good day to be taking that out in Jack's Hortos car. Going to grab a, you can see on the foil as it comes round on the roof, it's got the NZ, it's got one NZ CTRA, so Circle Track Racing Association is the Ashburton who we belong to, the Speedway affiliated club that we are. CTRA, Circle Track Racing. That's Michael Harris. He would have taken out the Mid-Canterbury champs, I would say. And great applause here, folks. Great display in a borrowed car. Great to see so many on the grandstand over there, tooting the horns, and they love it. Now, as we say, Michael Harris is on the committee here at Ashburton Speedway. His partner Renee is our promoter, so they put a lot of work in between meetings, and today is just the day where he's had a chance to get out on the track and strut his stuff. One of the crew that were over at Westport running their meeting for them last weekend, getting the other Tony Newman trophy. All right, next class is the C graders. They have got their own little grid down here at the north end of the track. They've got their own dummy grid. This is why they are on the case. They get out of their 2 wins so far for the 72. Dylan Anderson. Probably need to start him on the dummy grid. Just a little bit too much pace and class at this stage. Brooke Humphreys has got a good front marble this time in the 66. 73 Oxford Chenin Jelly. That's Rose Luscombe 61, Dylan Anderson. Up the top there is the Dion Mason car. 65 is Dennis Luscombe. Wayne Sullivan in the Gallant, the 31, and the 122 is Brian Mason. Father and son, the Masons. Here we go, pedal to the metal straight away. Brooks got a good start here and is going to head into turn 1. Turns that car in, a good little chase. Dylan's just sitting down on the pole line. Rose Luscombe down the inside, no gap down there. Brooke says you're not coming through here, Rose, you'll have to go high, so she goes high. Dylan Anderson's gone up as well, but needs to be careful, so's and Brooks got a little bit low on the track and has had to just button off a wee bit. This has opened it up for Rose Luscombe. Not the flashiest car in the world, this one of Rose, but in this sort of mood can be, it's going to be a little bit hard for Dylan to pass, I think, out the front. Brooke is still down on the pole line in third spot. Dylan is going to have to try and go high. Dennis Luscombe comes through the 73 as Shannon Jelly. Dion Mason and the gallant of Wayne Sullivan has worked his way back to the back place. Down the back straight, Rose won't give this up easy. Dylan Anderson's gone high in the little CRX and is trying to get some pace coming out of the top turn. Rose is going to make sure he stays high. Turns that car and Rose doesn't even button off, just bangs it in. Very, very determined down the inside. Let's have a look and see if this little laser or Mazda or whatever it is can hang on in here. He's making Dylan a bit of understeer there from the period, and that cost him speed. I think Dylan's going to come out with a bit of a good run here and might be able to cut down. Oh, beautiful. And looks like Dylan's made the pass here. He's put up a fight. There's Brooke Humphries in a good little third after that little skirmish off the track. We go back to Dennis Luscombe. Then we got the Masons lined up there. Wayne Sullivan at the back of the field. Pointy end of the field here. I'll tell you what, Rose won't give up, but I think this Dylan Anderson probably just a little bit too good. Rose has thrown that car in there without even buttoning off. I'm dead convinced of that. And turns it in and it goes round with a few fingers crossed. Tail end of the field here again. This is the battle that we've seen all day with some of the rear of the field really getting up tight. Dennis Luscombe's leading that from the Brian Mason car. Then we've got the Oxford car of Shannon Jelly, the other Mason car, and then Wayne Sullivan coming through. Pointy end of the field though. Oh, Dan's made a little bit of a mess of that. The tyres will be getting hot now and they're just that little bit less grip. Turns into turn one. They love this turn one. They just throwing the cars in there. And fingers crossed and arms going everywhere. Rose has a little bit of a look back to see where Brooke Humphries is, and Brooke's got that little 66. A little bit of pace now and is going to give Rose a bit of grief by the look of it as she wheels them in. Tyre pressures, the track is coming to the 40, the 66 car. Rose is just starting to loosen up a bit. Brooke Humphries might fancy a passing move again. Great battle at the back of the field. Pointy end though, this is going to be 3 from 3 coming around from the white for the white flag is Dylan Anderson. But here's Rose has made the run on the outside. Brooke Humphries down the inside is their room. They're just giving these cars everything. This is their last race for the season. They've got 2 months after this to find some more pace or set these cars up or do what they got to do. And Dylan Anderson, he's going to take the mid-winter champs out. Rose holds on for second. Fourth, a third and a second for Rose. Brooke Humphries is going to grab some points there, some of the few. So I would say Dylan Anderson, mid-winter champs. He's got to take it with 3 from 3. C grades, all right. Oh, productions next. Just keeps getting better, doesn't it? This is their third heat, and we have seen these productions, particularly the 17 of 4 Weber and Ian Clark. Bo Blinken's been there. David Phileas, Casey Nees. Productions coming up very shortly. We'll get these C graders off the track. Looks like we got the big boys off the back. Race 3, they've drawn their back marbles. 9C, Casey Knees off the front, number 1 draw. Gonna work hard on clearing away from Dave Phileas, Ian Clark, and for Fawn Fairburn. Very good run in the last race. Casey Knees for a third. Pedal goes to the middle, they're looking at the way through, they go past the start. Oh, look at Dave Phileas. He says, I'll just go down the inside of the track, I'll sit myself down in here and we'll see what happens. Vaughan Fairburn, he's followed, he's like, I'll follow Dave Phileas, he knows what he's doing. Clark, Alfie Racing 21 is further back in the field, did struggle a little bit for pace in the last race. Here's the Casey Knees car as past the Trans Diesel Autosport car, going to turn 1. Dave Phileas is going to try and go around the outside and see what sort of pace that Phileas car has got. It's got good pace, but not enough to cut across and hard onto the anchors, a bit of understeer. Down the inside, the Honda of Vaughan Fairburn says, I'll have a bit of this, but they end up going past the start-finish line, these three tied together. Dave Phileas still hasn't made the pass on the outside, but will get a good run from the top of turn 2, and that makes speed at the end of the straight. They turn, Casey Knees hard on the brakes, he's got the straight ahead with the the front anchored. Now we've got 2 out the front. Dave Phileas, Vaughan. This is going to be a mouth-watering challenge. He's got the undercut, Fairbairn. He's gone high and then he's come down below Dave Phileas, and he's going to hold it. He's going to sit in there. It's a bit like the yachting. He's got the wind now. Vaughan Fairbairn in the Honda. It's Honda on Honda here as they go past the start-finish line. Honda store. Academy signs, the sponsored cars as they come through. He's out the front. This is most likely for the title, folks. So 17 down the back. Vaughan Fairbairn goes into the back. He's driving a conservative sort of style now. He's Dave Phileas. He couldn't get past him last time. He's saying, catch me if we can. We look back. Ian Clark, Alfie Racing in that 4th spot. 26 comes through. Derek Satch, Tristan Thomas Wells. We've got the 8 Oxford and the 29 has pulled to the middle of the field. Let's have a look at the pointy end though. Looks like the Vaughan Fairbairn, he's got the choice of what part of track he wants to use now. He's got enough distance on Dave Phileas. Just look at the way that Phileas car goes round the corner as well. He's done so many laps around Ashburton Speedway, he's just about got his name on the track as they come past but the Honda here of Vaughan Fairbairn. Screaming past the start-finish line, these cars, the productions. Dave Phileas, he's seeing this Casey Knees car behind him now. He's thinking, I'll tell you what, don't think I'm going to get first. I've got to make sure I get second. Got to take something home today. I never leave Ashburton without a prize of some sort. The Academy Science car comes past and into turn 1. A lot of understeer. The track's getting soft now. We can hear some of these. There's the 26. The tyres are heating up and they just haven't got the grip they had as they come past the start-finish line, the tail enders. Here's your race lead, Vaughan Fairbairn. Another good race, 3rd in the first race, won the last race. He can take out this one. It's going to be 2 wins and a 3rd. I think that'll be enough for him to take out the Mid-Canterbury Champs and the South Island title. Out of turn 4. There we go, Vaughan Fairbairn. What a drive, what a car. Dave Phileas second, a first, a second and a second for Dave Phileas. That would be enough, I would say. Casey Knees has got a 3rd to go with the 3rd of the first race. Him and Ian Clark, that's a 4th. Him and Ian Clark, Casey Knees, they'll be very close for that 3rd and 4th spot. All right, Vaughan Fairbairn, folks, toot the horn, give him a wave. He's put on some stunning driving today in that Honda. And so here's your man behind in the Academy Signs, Dave Phileas, and the Casey Knees car as well. And there's Alfie coming around, Alfie Motorsport. They've turned it on here at Ashburton Speedway for us today. South Island title, without checking it with the bean counter, I would say, has gone to the Vaughan Fairbairn car. Brown and Patterson Collision sponsored car. Blackwell's on there. Honda store. We look like we've got a Honda 1st and 2nd here at Ashburton Speedway. at least first and second for the Hondas. Oh, there we go, Productions. Have turned it on here at Ashburton Speedway for years and years. One of the old stories we have heard, and we'll talk about it at our reunion, is one of our production drivers in the very early days, by the name of Kirky, who was still racing up till not long ago. He's about 82, I think. He runs a big BA Falcon, not the greatest of health at the moment, but they put two 6-cylinder motors together in the early days. Tried to race it as a straight 12. There you go. That's the sort of thing that happened 40 or 50 years ago. All right, development, the future of Speedway. These are the ones learning their trade before they get in with the fast boys and girls. Not that these ones are slow, to be fair. One or two of them just need to go and see over the steering wheel a little bit better, no issue. There is a minimum gap between the driver's helmet and the plate at the top. They can't sit basically with their head very close to the plate at the top, obviously, because that becomes a hazard in an incident. A lot of these drivers are not going to have any trouble with that. It's more seeing past the steering wheel. 24 down the inside, Ali Glare. That car's had a good day today. Good luck for Ali on this one in the number 1 marble. Up the outside, the 26 car of Mason Barron. 68 down the inside. Caden Jackson, 55, is hovering there from Nelson car of Kayla Musgrove. 18 up the top there. Summer Foster. Flag drops. Pedal goes to the middle. Production, New Saloon Productions again. The 26 car just makes a bolter from the start. That's Mason Barron, and has a handy little lead going into the back straight. 24 though, look at the pace of that car as it comes out of turn 4. Just a nice early gripping drive, and closes up the back. So we've got the two out the front here, 26 and 24. 26 the car of Mason Barron. 24 the Ali Glare car. Lift and shift sponsored car, 68, 55, 42. Noah Wood in the 11, 57 and 18 at the rear of the field. I think the front two here are going to be worth keeping your eye on. There's a nice little battle going to evolve between these youth development drivers as they come down past the straight stick. Still 26, 24, 68. A little bit of a battle. Noah Wood looks like going to try and get through, cut down by the 57. Showing quite good pace. Up the outside, good drive again from the Nelson car. Out of turn 4, has found a lovely bit of track there to get the drive down. A little bit of understeer, a little bit slightly laid into 11, covers it up nicely, and is going to set away in the lift and shift car as the race leader. 26 still there, Ali Glare. 68 is your next one through, Caden Jackson. 42 has had a good run, a few good racing. There's Braden Williamson out there. 55 is your next one through, Kayla Musgrove. 57, 11 and 18, but your race leader, 24 in the Nelson car, is making every post a winner here, Ali Glare. The future of Speedway, the white flag will be out shortly. 24 in, Ali Glare heads down into turn 3. Nice turn in, out of turn 4, lovely line, and straightens it up. Gets the fist pump from the pit crew by the look of it down here on the front straight. 4 corners to go there for Ali Glare. Just holds the car together nicely through 1 and 2 down the back straight. 26, 68. They've got themselves spread out a little bit now. Development Group Mid Canterbury champs. This could be going Ali Glare a first, 26 a second. Oh, I think this is going to be very close. 42 ends up 4th. 42. Oh, it's very tight. Very, very tight. Wouldn't want to pick this one. This is going to be very tight. Ali Glare, not too sure how Ali went in the first race, but second race a second, third race a first. Mason Barron had a third in the first race, then a second. The 42 has had a second, a first and a fourth. That's going to take some beating. There we go, folks. Youth mini stocks. Next one, on it is, look out, it's the street stocks. I don't know how many of these are still alive. We'll have a little bit of music and we will get them back out there very shortly. This is going to be brutal, I think. What have they decided? The drivers, Simon Bland has been running amok today. He's a very fast car and a good driver. Are they going to sort of try and look after him? They're going to stay out of his way. 615 is the car of Sheena Menzies. Has done a bit of a bolt. Last time they got Simon Bland around on the first lap, he's got round turn 1 and 2 as they head down the back straight. Simon Menzies. Down the back, 615. Serena Menzies down on the inside. Simon's gone down to try and tag the back. We got one spun up at the top end. Will they stop and have a look at that car? It looks like it might be spinning a little bit of, yeah, the relights are on. Let's have a look at that car. Bit of fluid coming out. I'd say you might have a little bit of a radiator issue. Well, we've got time, folks. The 50-50 raffle has been drawn. Again, we thank you very much for supporting the 50-50 raffle. Half the money goes to the successful ticket holder and half the money goes to development of the track. And boy, do we need some money to try and fix some areas of our wall. So if you have in your hot little hand 45E green, it'll be a green 45E, 45E for echo. If you can find that in your hand, your wallet, your purse, your glove box, anywhere, just find it. Bring it down to us at the Royal Wolf container here by the commentary box and we will give you half of today's takings. Like we say, the other half will head into the Track Development Fund. Speaking of that, we do need to thank the Timble Tavern. Every Thursday we run meat raffles over there and that money goes into the Track Fund as well. Have done for years and years and years, and continued support of the Timble Tavern and Value Plus Processing. See the big sign down there on the toilets. They're actually out of Winslow. So Value Plus Processing support us with the prizes, and we do that to raise funds. We're looking for 45E green, folks. So have a good look around. We'd love to have you come and see us and give you. I think what with this crowd we've got today, it would be quite a tidy little sum, to be fair. Here we go, street stocks. We've got a couple on the infield. We've got the race leader down the back, 65 now becomes 31. The 89's doing the chasing. That was second in the last race. Simon Bland takes the big station wagon around. You can see how he's just trying to sit up the top of that track and grab that cush. And throws it into turn 1. Just sitting around trying to grab the cushion. That's where the grip is. Right where that cushion of clay is. Very high. He's sitting a little bit late in there. Just trying to get a grab. Working hard to keep in front of the 89 here.
the car of Nicholas Petch, 89 by the look of it. Nicholas Petch, he's got an A on the car. Past the start finish line, it looks like this is going to be all about points. What started off as a pretty good field has sort of been narrowed down by quite a bit. All right, there we go. Simon Bland looks like he's managed to work his way past that little incident in their last race, take that checkered white flag. Nicholas Petch, the 89's been held up back down the end there, but we've seen some pretty skillful driving there from Simon Bland as he goes into the top. He's just given the crowd a bit of a spray. And he goes past, and he's going to take out the mid-winter champs. Our trackman Simon Bland, 89, has had a good day. I think that might be sort of second on the points. But once again, we'll let the bin counters do their thing. Give them a hand there, folks. Give the street stocks drivers, they've turned it on for us today under pretty challenging circumstances. Tell you what, I wouldn't want to be out there as they come past. And the Roscoe ambulance rescue car out there is going to get in behind one of the street stocks, and we get the tractor in the other. We clear the racing. Looks like someone's going to go down, and 45E green we are looking for our 50-50 raffle. 45E, that'll be a green as we get the street stocks off the track. Youth mini stocks now, the main group for the midwinter champs. We'll have a bit of a break. Dylan Anderson, 889 is Rob Gnarly, 069 Ethan Shields. Some of these drivers, obviously, you'll recognise the name. They have been running in other classes today. I don't think they'll be using their race cars, but who knows. Timothy Savage, Blake Gray, Ian Clark, Stephen Scarlett, Rob Gray, Corbin Finlay, Eugene Savage, Earl Luscombe, Braden White, Kane Gibson, Lee Carter, Dylan Anderson, Rob Narby, and Ethan Shields. 14 in the Demolition Derby to finish our 22-23 season as the youth mini stocks now get themselves sorted. Marble 31, number 2 is Mason Bland. Down the inside, the 10 car is the Jack Sutos. Had a great day today as the Jack Sutos car. Flag drops, pedal goes to the middle. Mason Bland's made a good start on the outside, although it looks like that Jack Sutos car is going to hold that inside run and is going to spit out. Mason Bland's got tangled up already with the 112 of Paige McNally. 41 showing a great run of pace out there. 41 in is the car of Andre Musgrove into second spot. 10 is Zach Sutos. 41. Then we got a little bit of spin of the 112's gone out. 80. 15 goes through now. That would be Connor Turner. Some of the cars that have been packed in the back of the pack are starting to show up. Here they come, the youth mini stocks. Look at this, 3 wide past the start finish line. Might be going to try and turn in there 4 wide. No, they go 2, they pair up. Who's going to spit out the other side? It's a bit of a lottery, but great pace there on the 71 on the outside. Has got a bit of drive. Jack Sutos down the back straight, 41, the next one through is Andre Musgrove. 15, 58, 71, 26, 112, 132. Oh, looks like one of the Bland cars is going to do a reversing job. That is Mason. Here's the other one coming through, the Aussie Spears of Zoe Bland, sticking up for herself by the look of it and amongst the traffic. And Zoe goes off down and cleans up the 59 down the back straight. Race leader, oh, looks like Mason is moving his way back into the middle of the track and gets collected. Keeps racing. The head moved a wee bit there from Mason. He's underway though. Race leader, no doubt about it, at the front here, Jack Sutos. 41 Nelson, the next one through, another Andre Musgrove. 15, 26, 59, 5. Some of these cars having their turn at the front here. It's tough off the back. You can see the pace of the cars is reasonably consistent as they go past the start finish line. Your race leaders. Here we go though. Had a great day this car, the number 10 NZ1 on the airfoil there, CTRA's number 1. Can't tell you what class that was though, to be fair. White flag is out for the race leader past the start finish line, Jack Sutos. The 11 car is Alicia Wood, just getting lapped there by the look at 41's the next one through. 15, 26 has had a good run this time, that's Oliver McCartney. There's the checkered flag for the youth mini stocks. Their last one for the day. That is going to go, I would think, like we say, we'll have to get the bin counters, but I would say that 10 car of Jack Sutos would be taking that out, but there's been a lot of passing and moving. Some of the back cars off the back grids haven't been able to move at all through the field. Good work though from the Futurist Speedway, the youth mini stocks main group. A lot of cars on the track, no cautions, a little bit of pub paint rub, let's say. Just looking down towards the Derby cars, I think the drivers have been called. The Can-Am 4x4 is buzzing around there once again. Big thanks to Can-Am. If you go down and have a coffee, a drink, they've got a big sign. They're on West Street now, big new premises on West Street. And saves our volunteers. Just while we've got a chance too, folks, one of our jobs after the meeting is cleaning up all the rubbish bins and getting the bags, etc., into the rubbish container by the club rooms, if you can have a look around. There's a checkered flag going around there, folks, for Jackson Hutos. I'd say he has taken that out. Good applause, great work there. But good day's work for that car, no doubt about it. I'd say Michael Harris has taken out the adults in that car as well. Yeah, if there's a little bit of rubbish lying around, folks, and you wouldn't mind, can you just throw it in a rubbish bin for us? Makes the post-meeting gather up of the rubbish bags a little bit more pleasant if you don't have to go around and pick up rubbish that maybe shouldn't have been there in the first place. All right, here we go. Saloon's back on the track. Saloon Stock Cars Derby. That's the program for the last of the day, for the rest of the day. Tony Mumford, first one out. What about this car of Blair Lee's? There's a Woodhouse, Scott Woodhouse, Burgess car. Man, that's rock today. And the Willie Woodhouse 117 Willie will mean absolute business here. I would say the point situation for these saloons is rather tight. Rather tight. Midwinter champs. They have been turning it on for us, these saloons today, particularly the top three. Oh, he's got the outside. Blair Lee has got the number 2 Marble. Blair's going to be able to start this race at a pace that will suit. And see Phil Burgess here. I think they'll give him another lap. They will. Just watch Phil Burgess in the 15 car, the Cromwell, way up high. He's just finding a bit of track. He's having a look, because chances are at the start of the race he's going to have to go up there. He's having a look to see where the cushion is. They're trying to work out what this track's going to do. The tyres will heat up, and as this race goes on, it's going to get slipperier for them. We might see the odd one even go round. They're ready to go. They're more than ready to go. The pedal goes to the metal. He's gone away to a great little start as they throw it. And look at Phil Burgess right on the bumper. What a great run from his starting spot. Down the back straight, the pace is on. They're going into turn 3. They just got to feel the grip now. This is where they learn what's this car doing, what's our track doing. As they come past the start-finish line, Blair Lee has got the lead in the 17. Coming low out of 2, Phil Burgess in behind. Then the 117 of Willie Woodhouse. Tony Mumford follows, and then Scott Woodhouse. Look at the pressure on the 17 car. Look at the weight it's putting on that front right tyre. We talked about that front right tyre. Look at the weight that's going on to that. It's begging for a bit of mercy. They're putting all the pressure on. The car's picking up. The whole car's putting in. Now the pressure goes on the inside left. They get the drive down the straight. He throws it again. Now he's driving it around with the back tyre. The back tyre, we want the inside tyre to do some work. It straightens up. The car drops down. All three of them are lifting. He throws it in again. He's got it set what we'd call soft. He's got it set soft because he's letting this body roll. He's letting this car roll over and put all that pressure on that back tyre. Sometimes they stiffen it up, but they're saying, no, on this track, we've got to do all we can to get some weight on that back right tyre. We can see this tyre bending over. They come onto the front straight. Both cars, all three cars are lifting. Phil Burgess round the outside now. Is he going to be able to make an outside sticks? Willie Woodhouse, he's not going to give way easy. Great racing down the back straight as quick as you'll see. Then they tie into turn 3. Race leader though, Blair Lee has got this under control by the look of it. Man, they've done a great job of setting these cars up for this track. Starting to go a little bit black now. They're going to get a little bit slippery. We might see one go round shortly. One of the tail end of cars maybe, depending on how much pressure. Look at the race here with Phil Burgess. He's trying to tuck underneath Willie Woodhouse. He can't quite do it. They come round turn 2, out of turn 2. Power goes down from both of them. Both the cars are lifting. Bang, they go down as the pressure comes down. Car gets a bit lower for the bend. They bend over. We can see those cars are not quite bending as much as Blair Lee. He's really set that car up soft on that right hand, a rear shocky. And you can see the car, you think it's going to roll over, but that's just everything going on to that drive tyre, trying to drive it into a track that's starting to say, I tell you what, we've just about had enough of you guys here today. We've seen some great racing. Blair Lee down the back. Kiwi Auto Spears sponsored 17. He's got the lean on as he comes round. This is going to be a very, very good drive and a victory for Blair Lee in the way they're setting that car up. Woodhouse is second, Willie Woodhouse. And the Burgess car, Phil Burgess, third spot. There goes Scott Woodhouse, followed by Tony Mumford. Craig Lavery is in the middle of the field. I think the Mid-Canterbury Saloon Champs is going to go to Blair Lee in the 17C. Give him a hand, folks, as he comes round. Boy, they had that car set up soft on the right back, and you could just see the whole body. They had the body rolling over onto that rear tyre to give it the drive and the grip it needed on a track that was just getting a little bit slick for them. They love to bite into the track, these tyres, but when they can't, they've just got to do everything they can. Kiwi Auto Spares, stealth car. Joe's Garage, got a bit of Woodford Glen on it. CRW Posts there, Suck It Up. It's a great sponsor of Speedway. Tyro Tyres there, I see, and the Camelin Gas and Motors on the Phil Burgess car from Cromwell. Great stuff there from the saloons. All right, that's the biff and bash time now, folks. Stock cars and derby cars. Quickly run through the derby drivers for again. Timothy Savage, Blake Gray, Ian Clark, Stephen Scarnett, Rob Gray, Corbin Finley, Eugene Sage, Earl Luscombe, Braden White, Cone Gisborne, Lee Carter, Dylan Anderson, Rob Narby and Ethan Shields. This is the race, last race for me, unless there's any runoffs today. There's some very tight scoring. We potentially could have a runoff. As soon as we get any news of that, we'll let you know. But after that, we will be having the derby. Hope you've enjoyed your day here at Ashburton Speedway for a June meeting. The cloud cover is exactly what we want here on a day Speedway track, and we have had the racing to match the track that has managed just to hang in there for us on a chilly sort of winter day. We thank you all for attending. Remember, September is our next meeting, the first Sunday in September, and we will have some of the old timers about. We'll be talking about old times and things like putting 2 6-cylinder motors in line and a lot of other stuff that might be a little bit R18. Here we go, stock cars lighting up. Wilson on the outside. Brady Wilson down the inside, 97 now. This car of Kieran Leonard Graham showing some pace. This will be a good one off the front. Who's going to get the grip? Who's going to drive? They're all going. Getting a bit of a help from behind. Some of them just the 24 and the 7 have got nice little starts. Getting pushed to the infield already, the 97. For many, this will be the last race of the season, I would think. So they will probably have a bit of a crack at something if they see it not there in front. Let's have a look as they spin out after race 1. Braden Wilson's out the front, tucking down the inside and just taking that early ground, the 57, but can't quite understeer galore. 29 comes through and bit of a tap on the fence here just to use them for a bit of straightening up. 29 comes through, had a good day, this car of Jaden Gerard. 23 has been there, or thereabouts as well. 56, we've got the 16, 27, 252, poking in the middle there is a 7, trying to make a bit of grief. They're going to go into turn 3 wide. This doesn't always work so good, and it looks like one of them is buttoned off. They're sort of coming out of it. 27 has gone round the track, it's getting slick now. These are just road tyres as well. So they have got a fair bit of horsepower there that they're trying to keep under control on a slickish sort of a track. 29 out the front, Mid-Canterbury Champs. I think this might be the car that's had the best day. 24's been there or thereabouts as well. That's the Kellen Baird's car. Good battle coming along the straight front straight into Well, he's going to go around two. He's given him a little bit of a flick and carried on. Race leader down the back straight. Oh, he gives him a little bit of a shunt. Said, if you're half asleep, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a wake-up call. Cops another one for getting down in the middle of the track and in the way does the Wilson car. And he's figured maybe it's time for me to just head to the infield and check my ribs. Race leader down the back straight though. 24, I think, and another tap over the back. The tank tries to give the 16 a bit of a hurry up. Done quite clicked as well as one would hope. Race leader comes past. 29, catch me if you can, for the Jared car. 24 doing the chasing. I think closing the gap. I think the 29 would be looking for this white flag. Surely doesn't look to be coming out this time round. Messed up that corner now. This is going to be an interesting finish to this little bit of a race as they come through. As the 24's done the catch-up job, is it going to be able to get close enough to upset the 29? Give it a little bit of a tip around. This could be the hit that would help solve the trouble. Two down the front straight here, having a bit of fun. Looks like the white flag's out. Now they race past first and second, side by side. Who's going to get round here? 7 sitting there, going to probably try and cause a little bit of drama. 29, he's going to go and just shut him down into the wall, let the 29 through and back into the lead. He's going to have a bit of a chaser. He's going to give him one as well, so he's upset them both. And he's got the 24 again, so that's the 3 cars that have come down. I think that's your race winner now. 24 has done the spin at the end of the race, and you just don't know where to look sometimes. Thanks to the stock car fraternity for turning up and mixing it up here at Ashburton Speedway. 24 car has a flatty. Good stuff. Give them a hand as they come round, folks. I can see that happening over there. Thank you. They have turned it on. All right, Derby drivers, to your cars, please. Many are gathering already down there, but if you are a Derby driver, head down to your car immediately and we will get you ready to go. Derby drivers to their cars as we... That's the last race on the program. We're just waiting to see if we have any runoffs. Like I say, some of these are pretty well defined, some of them are not so defined. There could be some runoff action here at Ashburton Speedway. Yep, here's the first one. Well, these two have been hammer and tongs. I would say this would be a runoff for first. These two have been at each other all day. Dave Phileas, a multiple New Zealand title holder here at Ashburton Speedway, and wins just about everywhere he goes. And on the outside, this very impressive 17 car. Vaughan Fairburn, 17 verse Dave Phileas, 68. The two Hondas are going to be at it. 4 laps. I'm pretty sure this will be for first. They must have tied. Pedal goes to the middle. Who's going to get out of here? One of them started in first, quickly hooked second. Dave Phileas is going to hold that inside line. Fairburn's going to have to try and drive around the outside. We'll get better pace from the earlier exit. But Dave Phileas has got a pretty quick car as well as they tie in. Hard on the brakes, Fairburn still sitting on the outside. If he's going to pass Dave Phileas, he's going to have to do it. Oh, look, he's got a big run through there. He's not going to be able to cut in front. Dave Phileas, he's got the understeer, he's lost the speed. 17's quick out of this corner. The Fairburn car goes to the front. Dave Phileas, is he going to hold that inside line? He has to back out of it, but he's got a nice run round here. Fairbairn's gone high. He's lost some traction in that Honda. He's not going to be able to cross over. Phileas has got the run down the inside again. Round the outside, up the top they go. Fairbairn locks it out of here. He's got a fast car out of the top of turn 2 and down the back of the straight. Down into turn 3. Dave Phileas down the inside. He's still holding on to that inside spot. Fairbairn, he comes across. 1 lap to go. 4 bends here for the Mid-Canterbury champs. Turning it on the productions. Honda on Honda. Fairbairn on to Dave Phileas. Dave Phileas just ducks behind there. He hasn't got the pace out of turn 2. They got some great pace in that Fairbairn car out of turn 2. Oh, bit of understeer from both of them. This is going to go to the wire. He's got it. Well, there you go, folks. Give them a hand. That's as good as you're going to see. 2 great cars, 2 great drivers racing to ride for virtually the whole of the race for the runoff. Dave Phileas and Vaughan Fairbairn. Well, Vaughan, both those cars, you could give it to either of them really, Dave Phileas, but the Blackwell's Honda store Honda of Vaughan Fairbairn has taken that out. Okay, we're moving on to the Derby now, folks. I don't think there's any more runoffs. We're just getting the Derby drivers down to their cars. If you're driving a Derby car, you better beat a land speed record to get down to your car if you want to be in it, by the look of it. Process from here is we will, the Rainer irrigation water truck is just getting topped up. We will squirt a decent amount of water on the track here, and that will just make it a little bit harder for these cars to get up to any crazy speeds and do a lot of damage. Last person, last car running takes all. Last car running takes all. So I won't be commentating it, folks. I'll be sitting down there enjoying the spectacle. So that's my last call for the season. Thanks very much for attending. Like we said, we look forward to seeing you in September. We've got another big season starting off with our big anniversary celebrations. First Sunday in September. Another big season coming up next year. Drive home safe. Let's leave the racing for the track. You can get on the track and race pretty easy if you pop in and see us. RJP TV, thank you guys over there for the support that you've given Ashburton and Speedway in general, so you can look up them and relive the day on RJP TV. TJ's about to. Thanks TJ for being part of the season, and we must thank all the volunteers. It does take a lot to put one of these meetings and one of these seasons together. Got a big prize giving down in the club rooms after the meeting. If you would like to attend, the public are welcome. Derby drivers starting to make their way here. We will leave you with it, folks, and have a great, enjoy your Derby, and we will hopefully see you and many more friends here in September. All right, good afternoon, folks. Again, sorry I told you I'd done my dash for the day, but we've had a couple of requests here. And what we're going to do, what I'm going to try and do, I've told you who the drivers are. We'll go through it again and try and identify which car they're in to help you out. So 01 is Timothy Savage, 10 Blake Gray, 21A Ian Clark, 39 Stephen Scarlett, 3 Rob Gray, 420 Corbin Finley, 5 Eugene Savage, 64 is Earl Luscombe, 69 Braden White, 71A Kane Gibson, 211 Lee Carter, 72 Dylan Anderson, 889 Rob Narby, 069 Ethan Shields. All right, we will get this water, finish getting this water on the track. You'll also see coming out, we've got a stock car and we have a street stock by the look of it coming out. They will be out onto the track. Now they're the referees, and if it's deemed, you know, you've got to have cars in the derby, you can't just drive around and pretend you're not there and you don't want to get your paint rubbed. If there's something wrong goes on, then the referees will go out and let's just say they'll take that car out of the competition. All right, so they're not allowed to hit on the driver's door. You'll see they should have crosses on the driver's door. I haven't been down to have a look at it, but you just got to stay away from the driver's door. And last driver standing takes all. We'll call them as they come out. If you've got somebody you know out there, you're not sure what car they're in, we'll try and help you out a little bit. As the field narrows down, we will probably start narrowing out the play area. Okay, so rather than have 2 cars or 3 cars using up the whole track trying to just even catch each other without hitting each other, we may narrow it down. So it may be that the racing accumulates on an area of the back straight or somewhere like that, but that is just as it unfolds. Thumbs up from Simon there in the Rainer Irrigation water truck. He's had a big day, and I'll try and call these out for you as they come. There's our first referee, the 12 Oxford stock car. They will be in touch with the referee. We've got the street stock there as well that will do a little bit of damage. All right, 615 is one of the street stocks as well. Another referee. Here come the first of the Derby cars. Let's have a look, see if we can pick some numbers. 39, Stephen Scarlett's the third car out. '69, Braden White is the next one through there. 420 is the car of Corbin Finlay, the white car. 71 by the look of it, Kane Gisbin, the next one. 069, Braden White. 10 looks to be the next one, Blake Gray. The yellow and black car, number 3 then, that'll be Rob Gray. 64 down the inside, that's probably going to be Earl Luscombe, that's his race number. 5 is Eugene Savage in the green green car. 21A, that's the Alfie racing car. Ian Clark in there. 221, what on earth is that? That looks like something that shouldn't be in a demolition derby. Is that a Daimler or a Jag? 221, anyway, Lee Carter. Got plenty of front and back by the look of it. Lee Carter. 72 is Dylan Anderson. I've seen Dylan Anderson out cleaning up the sea graders today. And behind him is the Alfie Clark car as they start to line themselves up here. 069, I'll go through them again for you folks if you're looking for a name or a number. 01 Timothy Samage, 10 Blake Gray, 21A Ian Clark, 39 Stephen Scarlett, 3 Rob Gray, 420 Corbin Finlay, 5 is Eugene Samage, 64 Earl Luscombe, 69 Braden White, 71 A Kane Gisbin, 221 Lee Carter, 72 Dylan Anderson, 889 Rob Narby, and 069 Ethan Shields. Good luck to all of you. Enjoy the Derby, folks. Great finish to what has been a fantastic season here at Ashburton Speedway. And like we say, have a safe journey home. Keep the racing for the track. And we will see you hopefully here in September for the start of what's going to be another big season. Okay, folks, just to let you know what's happening now, we are the official has deemed it time to tighten up these cars on the track. Let's not give them the full track. So we are going to start to cordon off the back straight. So the cars that are still running, which maybe still half a dozen or so, will move to the back straight, and the rest of the battle will continue from over there. Just give us a wee bit of time and we will have a clear up, we'll have a check up. Anything that can move, we will get over to the back straight. Okay, two left, folks. If you're not wondering, Rob Gray is in the number 3 car. The Virus 420 is Corbin Finlay. 2 to go. One of these will be taking all. All right, folks, they're right into it, these two. However, the red light is on. The winner is deemed to be 420, the Corbin Finlay car, by virtue of the fact that he managed to push the 3 car into the infield, and that deems to have pushed him off the track. So 420, Corbin Finlay has taken out the demo here at Ashburton Speedway. I hope you enjoyed that, folks. Like I say, have a safe journey home. Keep the racing for the track. We hope you've enjoyed it here at Ashburton Speedway, and we shall catch you first Sunday